the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tone and lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello, you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brand Lee's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here, y'all. We have a whole lot to talk about and a whole lot to get to. When I tell you that, I really do mean it. The bulk of our show will be on Austin Wells and all of these content creators that you see in my description box. Each one of these content creators are stomping the virtual pavement and the real pavement to say what needs to be said. I know that so many times in our culture, we wonder, you know, is there anybody out there really paying attention? And I gotta tell you, when I saw these videos, I'm like, I just have to bring y'all these videos to y'all full, you know, uncut, all that stuff. So we will get into that. That will be the bulk of our show. But before that, though, we do have we got Lee Daniels on deck. Wait till you hear about Lee Daniels. I know. Then we got Nolan Wells update for you all. Very significant update. Michael Jackson, the biopic, reached a huge milestone. Yes, indeed, it did. In addition to that, we have Alicia Brown. Okay, Alicia Brown. Child, a huge update on her. And man, I just wish Ticket TV would just say he doesn't care about children, he doesn't care about black people, and he is for people being abused, because his commentary is shit. It is shit. And it is shit. It really is. I will show you why here in just a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get all of these content careers up, and believe me, each video definitely is going to highlight the point of why we are talking about this. I was surprised I was able to get all these links in here. Okay, got that one. Hope you guys, Tuesday is going well. It is Tuesday. Yes, it is. It is Tuesday. Good Lord. Man, I promise you these days run together. Let me see here. That is. Yep. Okay. Yep, almost there, y'all, with this. Oh, no. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Defender. I know some of y'all going to be like, good damn, Bray, really? Does it take all this? Yes, it does. Believe me, it definitely does. And like I said, it really just hurt my heart to see us so divided right now. I think some of us, though, we want to stay in division, to be real with y'all. I really do. Just really do. Okay. Almost got all the links, y'all. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Almost there. A couple of more, y'all. Y'all, for real, I almost fell asleep. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I would, because I just literally got done with the rower show, or the rower tour. Just got done with that, and it wasn't really too long until I had a break. Don't you worry. I promise you, each video is going to touch you, uplift you, inspire you. Because I feel like we should be able to talk about the totality of what's going on out here in these streets. It's like this one video is not pulling up. It looks like. Oh no, it is. Okay, cool. That's what I wanted. Okay, awesome. That one. Okay. And the last one from Nolan Wells. All the Instagram videos you guys are about to see are definitely about to relate to Nolan Wells, because the voice of white people right now and how they cannot stand their own people. Oh my God. Okay, got that. I don't know why that last link is not loading up, but don't worry, y'all. Oh, come on now. Hey y'all, sorry about that. Child, StreamYard blew up on me, but it's all good. I got all the links together. Okay, so I'm sorry for the long wait. Y'all know how technology is can be sometimes, child. So it is what it is. I do not regret. Start. You see how it works, everybody. So now, with that being said, let's get to this tour because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Yes, indeed. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is, hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. Let's get started with the one, the only. Actually, hang on, let me do this here. Let me do the 12-minute mark. 12-minute mark. Content starts. Okay. Just so that way everybody can understand where we are here. Okay. So let's get started. We're going to start off with the one, the only Mr. Lee Daniels, because my Lord Jesus today, just a lot going on here. So we're going to kick it off with this one right here. So as y'all can see, Hot 97 Summer Jam 2026 is going down July 24th and is sponsored by the Zeus Network. Charming. Like, bruh, like, what are we doing here? Like, we see French Montana, Maria the Scientist, Ice Spice, Fetty Wap is going to be there. Some other individuals will be there. The Baby, Jibo, Nally, the Chin Nun will be there, of course. She's not an artist. And my thing is, it's like, bruh, what is Zeus doing? Right? Like, Zeus is known for fighting, for hellish behavior, and just not giving a fuck about black people, right? So, Summer Jam, good night. Boo, tomato. I never thought I'll see the day. Zeus headlines Summer Jam. Nally Nunn, Lemmy, LOL, LAMO rather. Damn, Hot Night SMA. Just sad day when Zeus got a headline Summer Jam. Used to be legendary. Nobody wants to hear Nally yell into her mic. The death of Summer Jam. Hot Night 7 played out for about 6 years now. They bringing out anybody they know where they can't rap. Nally, might be time to hang this concert up. Lemmy, LAMO, this issue's a joke. Hot 97 Flex Soul out to cater to the Zeus Ninjas. So Nally, Biggie, and Lemmy, y'all can go ahead and pack this one up. Trash can. Fuck is this? Damn, Summer Jam fell out. This show really used to be something to look forward to. It gets worse and worse every year. Summer Jam has been washed for years. So as y'all can see, like, people are not really here for this, right? So you would think that after this that they would stop, but oh no. So, child, I can't believe this. So y'all know the show Star, right? Well, apparently Lee Daniels has been trying to get Star back on TV. And he said every network has said no, right? He has said every single network has said no. But listen to what he has to say. Watch this.
Whoa. I had no idea this response was going to be what it has been on Star. And it only makes me work that much harder to make sure I deliver on this. I'm going to call Zeus. Zeus even posted some stuff. I ain't never, been in business with them, but I'm going to check them out too and talk to them. And it only inspires me. And I'm so appreciative of and so is Queen Latifah. And so is the cast of everybody's positive responses for this. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, people. Stay tuned.
Ciao. So this is what... Why now, Zeus? Because it's time to evolve. We want to diversify our content. Y'all have content? Okay. By bringing premium, high-quality scripted series to the network. Working alongside Lee Daniels will be an incredible opportunity. His creative genius, vision, and business acumen, the things that you and Natalie don't possess through your dick or her vagina, would bring tremendous value. As a Black-owned company, said no one ever, we're proud to continue creating jobs, creating opportunities, during jobs for our community, both in front of and behind the camera, and building on our own terms while offering creators the best deals. We support everyone supporting the vision and the continued evolution of Zeus. If it comes together, I truly believe it will be something special. So this is why I said, Lee Daniels, brother, you are actually known in Hollywood, unlike Zeus. Zeus is the trash bin, gutter snipe, wasted like the should have been swallowed by the mother, okay? That thought of it, okay? There's a whole essay lawsuit on Zeus. In addition, 3 co-owners that the lemon pepper individual has tried to cut out Sulu for years. That show actually has legacy. Please, for the love of God, do not waste. Do not do this. For the love of God, do not do this. Do not do this is a waste of time. Nobody's going to watch it now. The chin no screw up. She said, pray to the bad guy, slap that person out. If somebody were slap her daughter, it will be a whole problem. I'm telling you, this is a horrible career move for you. Horrible. So, y'all not saying Zeus, but I don't give a damn what I got to watch it on as long as I get the last season. And this is the thing. Should we get the last season based on being on the back of somebody who is tattered, broken, and just disgusting in how they move? It's always our own people trying to tear us down. Let's see what Luenell Plummer and his team can do to bring back great television for us. No, this white man is trying. Keyword trying. He does not do shit. In trying to expand and grow. Here we are telling him we will not support the network, but while I'm here for it, we need to be more supportive, allow everyone to evolve. These white networks can exploit and manipulate us, but once we take the problem back, it's the problem. Come on now. Nah, we good. Yeah, you supporting Lemmy and Zeus when he stole the whole network from King Botch and from other creators, that part. Let's be for real. Our whole mindset is crabs in a bucket. I get what he did. I'm not saying it's right, but what else do we have as a people? This is why we tear it down. This is all rumors. We don't know what's true. We know how social media is. But you defend the head crab is crazy, but go off that part. Be serious. He's a degenerate. That part. Oh my God. Just you sounded dumb AF, as if he's not tearing down Black women. Showing Black women tearing down each other every week. Bye. Are you condoning? Are you asking that, but condone the existence of Zeus? Period. You're talking about the crab in the bucket, but promoting smut or I aim Zeus network. You can't name one positive thing for our people on Zeus right now. I'll cash out $50 on my dead grandmother. Good damn. Story is a real story that doesn't belong on trash TV. Bottom line, everybody ain't our Black people. Look up who Luenell is. Look up who his father is. Do your homework instead of crying, child. We ain't got time to work overtime in decades. We do it to ourselves. Because first he produced Ratchet and fights this show for him. Fights this show, and because first of all he produced Ratchet and fights. This show is not for him, and he stick to what he's good at. Ain't about tearing him down. It's about what we know, and about what we know. What he does is not going to be a good look on the show. Lee Daniels, do not ruin this brand with this app. We beg you, find a real network. This app is known for toxic TV. Does not display good content. Think about please, because this would be a terrible move. So you see right how everybody is pretty much saying how this is not the network, okay? At this point, just leave Star alone. Zeus is the only option. I'd just rather have stars in my memories, that part. So you see how many people, right? Let me scan the comments and commenting. Yep. So no. So Lee Daniels, don't do it, brother. You will be just no. no, and no. All right, y'all. Like I said, trigger warning for this next destination here. This is an update on the Nolan Wells story, and we have a lot to talk about. I got so many videos. I got one. Hang on. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I got 30 videos for y'all. Let's roll. Here we go.
Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday, everybody. Y'all, this stuff with Nolan Wells is getting crazy right now. So there's a photo circling around social media that shows on July 5th at 2 something in the morning, Nolan Wells was at a pool party and he was alive, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So this is a photo that Evans, one of the boys who was on the boat, Nolan's friend, so-called friend, this is a photo that he posted at a pool party, and that's Nolan in the background. Now, this only cracks the case wide open because clearly, if y'all know what happened was his body was found at the island on the next day, July 6th. Correct. Which tells us that all the stuff that they have been saying on social media is starting to come to the light. Like the boat was stored at the judge's house and somebody saw the boat being cleaned. Apparently, whatever they did to him was either at this house or wherever they did to him was at this house, put him back on the boat, whatever they did, all right, and went to the judge's house and cleaned the boat. Now, they were saying that the boat was being cleaned. Nobody has gotten in contact with the boat owner just yet to do anything. I don't understand if all this stuff is circling around social media. What the hell kind of police officers or investigators y'all got down there in Mississippi? They retarded or something? Or like this is not making any sense. And this shows too that if his body, if he was seen here, that would mean somebody had to take him back to the island and put him on the island that morning, as if that's where the happened. Y'all, these boys is something else, and they need to be arrested. We need to call for them to arrest these boys because somebody knows something. And the first person they need to pick up is Evan. They need to go pick up Evan because guess what? Evan was the one who posted this before he deleted his social media.
Now, here's the thing, right? Whenever you privatize your social media or you shut down the comments, this, that, third, usually you say, oh, you know, I don't want any bullying, but child, for you to post that the day before, right? Because this is July 5th, right? July 4th weekend, July 4th, but then this new picture comes up. And then there's a boat and y'all clean the boat. Why y'all cleaning the boat? Did y'all beat his ass on the boat? And then y'all dropped him off and then y'all had to clean the boat because y'all didn't want any evidence?
Evan posted this photo at 2:23 a.m., y'all, on July the 5th. Pool party. Carmelo Anthony is at, Lord bless, oh Jesus, I said Carmelo. Nolan Wells is at the pool party, okay? So whatever happened did not happen on Horn Island. Whatever happened, he left with them boys because he's at the party with them, all right? He clearly left. So whatever the girl said was true. That takes her out of the lineup. He left the party with these boys, all right? He left the party with these boys. That's why they had his cell phone. That's exactly why they had his cell phone, because he was at the party. Whatever happened, him and Evan, I don't know what happened with them or whatever. They need to talk to Evan. Evan, we need you to, police, y'all need to go pick him up and go talk to him, all right? Just like the attorney said last night on the video I showed y'all, they may not have enough to, you know, charge him with murder, But they do have enough to bring him in with questioning because, all right, he was the last person seen with him at this party, had his phone at the house. I'm not sure if he was the one who had the phone. There's so many boys involved in this thing. Bring them all in at this point. Let them get in there. Do what y'all do. What happened to them corrupt cops that be getting people to go in there and get them talk against each other? Do that. Do that scare tactic with them. Get them in there and talk to them. Find out who's responsible for this kid's death. This kid, they unalived this kid on November the 5th. All right, not the 4th, on the 5th. This video broke open the case. All right, this is actually giving some more. This takes the case in a whole nother direction, y'all. In a whole nother direction. They need to find out who house this is. They need to go to this house. They need to go get that boat. They need to swap that boat. They need to fingerprint that boat. They need to see if any blood stains is in that boat.
They need to bring in every single person who's in this boat.
They can clean that boat all they want, but that blood is still going to show up if they use the right solution to get
the solution and also the UV light as well.
That thing to pop up. Come on, let's share this out. Let's get this stuff out to the media and put pressure on these people. Y'all keep saying, why they protesting? Why they protesting? We're protesting because all this shit is evidence and they're not doing anything about it. We're protesting because this boy was unalive and no one has been picked up and charged with his murder. That's the thing that we're protesting. Somebody knows something. And I would say, if y'all gonna start somewhere, go pick up Evan. Go pick up Evan. Pick up Evan and talk to Evan, because I promise you, Evan got a whole lot of information that he can give y'all. Man, y'all make sure y'all share this out because this stuff is crazy. This is new information. I got this off of Instagram. I'm telling y'all right now, Ben Crump even reposted this and said this photo takes a whole nother turn and we need some answers. We still are needing answers. We're still trying to figure this out. You got social media piecing pieces together. Tell me how the police department can't piece this stuff together.
Clap that team. Because they care about what they want to care about. Now, here's another video right here. Oh, hang on. It's not the one. Okay, so here we go, y'all. Here's another one. Here we go. By the way, that was...
Evidence has just come out in the Nolan Wells case.
Right. By the way, this is boss_Layrella. I'm mentioning every single content creator in this live, okay? Because all of them deserve the credit. They absolutely the fuck do. So give me a moment here. So here we go, y'all. This is D.L. Hughley. Shout out to the real D.L. Hughley. And also to Ethan Thomas 36. So here we go.
That proves that he was murdered by those three men. There was a pool party that took place after the island, and you can see clearly in Evan's Instagram post, Nolan is there. Witnesses have put out statements saying that an altercation took place between Nolan, Evan, and two other boys, and the boys proceeded to beat Nolan to death with a metal bar and urinate on him. And all those people there watched and did nothing about it. They are no better than the people that killed him. The reason that Nolan's phone pinged on the island is because they went back and they dumped his body after they killed him. These men need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law because they murdered Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells was murdered. Say his name. Evidence has just come out in the Nolan Wells case that proves that he was murdered by those three men. There was a pool party that took place after the island, and you can see clearly in Evan's Instagram post, Nolan is there. Witnesses have put out statements saying that an altercation took place between Nolan, Evan, and two other boys, and the boys proceeded to beat Nolan to death with a metal bar and urinate on him. And all those people there watched and did nothing about it. They are no better than the people that killed him. The reason that Nolan's phone pinged on the island is because they went back and they dumped his body after they killed him. These men need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law because they murdered Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells was murdered. Say his name. Evidence has just come out in the Nolan Wells case that proves that he was murdered by those three men. There was a pool party that took place after the island, and you can see clearly in Evan's Instagram post, Nolan is there. Witnesses have put out statements saying that an altercation took place between Nolan, Evan, and two other boys, and the boys proceeded to beat Nolan to death with a metal bar and urinate on him. And all those people there watched and did nothing about it. They are no better than the people that killed him. The reason that Nolan's phone pinged on the island is because they went back and they dumped his body after they killed him. These men need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law because they murdered Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells was murdered. Say his name.
Now, just imagine that, right? Y'all supposed to be friends. Whatever was discussed, it did not need to take a metal bar. And fuck the bitch of a mom and fuck the Mitch of a father that didn't raise that piece of shit son that the mother should have swallowed, and fuck those two other kids. Fuck all those kids that didn't do shit. All of them should have been swallowed by the fucking damn mothers. I am sick of this shit. I got whoopings growing up. My sister got whoopings growing up. Other people got whoopings growing up. The reason why some of these kids are the way they are is not just because their parents taught them that, but because they consume what they believe. They consume what they believe. They consume what they believe. Now, some bull or heifer or individual said, well, you know, where's the autopsy? They made a whole live on their YouTube channel saying, where's the autopsy? Okay. You know, it's really amazing that when all you can cover is Krishan Rock, Remy Ma, and Carissa Shields, that you only covering other content because your channel dried up. Now, I'm going to show you what's going on, right? I'll show you what's going on. Because obviously people don't know how to do research. They just don't. They don't, and they don't. So I just want to show you all this, right? Shout out to Tyler Perry. Shout out to Byron Allen for making it do what it do. Now, the autopsy that a content creator is asking for, Nolan Wells is in Mississippi, okay? And because Benjamin Crump does not trust the fact that this autopsy will be done in good faith, what has happened here, and this is what I mean by doing your research, okay? All right? Here is this. Colin Kaepernick helped fund the independent autopsy for Nolan Wells, okay? All right? Okay. Attorney Ben Crump says the second autopsy was conducted outside of Mississippi because of concerns about the official investigation into the teen's death, right? So the family of Nolan Wells, the Mississippi teen who vanished during a trip with friends to Horn Island before his body was recovered, says former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick stepped in to pay for an independent autopsy away from Mississippi, a move attorney Ben Crump says was necessary because of what he believes to be a serious trust issue here. You know, down south, they are racist. They don't give a damn fuck or shit about black people. Not all, but some, okay? So Kaepernick's involvement comes through his Know Your Rights Camp organization, which regularly funds independent second autopsies for black families who don't trust initial findings from local officials, including the family Trey Reed, the Delta State University student found hanging on campus last September. The advocates say the effort exists because families often can't otherwise afford outside review, especially in cases echoing Mississippi's history of unresolved deaths. Is that good enough for you, content creator, who all you can talk about is Carissa Shields, Remy Ma, and Krishan Rock, and that's why you gotta know is that you don't know how to create original content? Really? Everybody else know that Colin Kaepernick paid for a second autopsy. What the hell is wrong with you? See, people will give a fuck about what they want to give a fuck about when they want to give a fuck about. Stop that shit. Where's the autopsy? Do your fucking damn research. Shit. Don't make no damn sense now. With that said, there's a lot more going on. And I just want to show you everybody out here that I found. Because I actually think about other things besides being a one-trick pony, right? I want to show y'all this, right? So this video here is by Eric Rhinestone. And all these videos I'm going to show y'all, it really goes to show that when people believe in doing the right thing, they will stand up in it. And I gotta tell you something, these people I'm about to show y'all, they are more kinfolk than some of our own black people. Especially kings and queens that wait to post what they want to post because they don't want to really talk about the full picture. Because some kings and queens who are really peasants and jesters, they'll wait until news breaks. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get in these people's lives. I held on to the information because it's a sensitive case. Let's give grace to all those involved. The police got the full unedited video, but you haven't seen the video either, Ticket TV. And all you did was just showcase Alicia Brown's picture, but you didn't show where you got the intel from, son. Sick of some of y'all asses. Disrespectfully. Okay. Here's this video right here. Let's roll. Eric Rhinestone, shout out to this brother. Let's go.
So this white mom posted Happy Mother's Day with her black son. Thank you for picking me to be your mom. And everybody in the comments decided to be racist. So I decided to expose them for who they are. 1,000 years of pure European genetics gone forever. When I tell you I dug into this person, you better get your popcorn ready. And you guys know me. Sometimes the comment is just too easy. I want the ones who are hidden, the ones who liked it. Drum roll, please. Wait, pause. No, rewind it back. Rewind it back. Let's get the second guy. Everybody meet Anthony. See, Anthony went to Louisville where he was a male cheerleader. Wait,
that's a black person, right?
is that black people in your squad?
Utilizing public information to say what needs to be said. Eric, you're welcome to the cookout.
I mean, your man's right behind you, cheering you on. But it gets better because Anthony has a really good friend. This guy. Now, DeVay is a bodybuilder. I hope I said your name right. And his parents. Oh, you got a white mother and a black daddy. But you like this comment. But your friend is, oh my God. Love you, big brother. Love you too, big man. You couldn't even say brother. What? And you like this comment? But it gets better. It gets better because Anthony is a cop.
Do solemnly swear that I will support.
I know you lying, bro. So wait a minute. So this dude who went into this beautiful mom's comment section, which by the way, like I said, it's not all white people that are bad. There were white people that were freedom fighters. There were white people actually keeping slaves, under their wooden boards and did many other things, right? And this is why I'm talking about this. See, there's some content creators that all they know how to do is lock in on entertainment. But God forbid if one of their children or grandchildren was Nolan Wells. I know all I talk about is Remy Ma and Krishan Rock and Carissa Shields, but can somebody help me? Well, why should we give a fuck about you when you don't give a fuck about nobody else? I'm sorry. I'm not the one that got a nose from YouTube that don't know how to create original content. Child, stop the cat. Stop the shit. Stop the pure black uckery. Okay? All right. We need to be aware that just because it's not happening to us doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about it. Just because it's not happening to us doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about it. Just because it's not happening to us doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about it. Just because it's not happening to us doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about it. Because like I said, I'm sick of y'all reporting on news that can't help us, but y'all won't report the news. Y'all won't report the news on, how can I put it? Y'all will talk about the news that won't help us, but you will negate saying what needs to be said about the news that can help us. The reason why lies are allowed to live because y'all allow the truth to die sometimes. And sometimes it's not even, how can I put this? The reason why sometimes the truth dies is because people are bystanders and they don't say a word. But the real death killers are the ones who don't give a damn fuck or shit about it. Let's keep going. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must fucking apply. Let's keep going. Like I said, to go into a mom's comment section and say genetics are gone forever, but then you are a cheerleading squad with black people on it, and then your best friend is black, and your best friend has a white mom and a black dad, and then you a cop? Son, what's wrong with you?
I swear that I will prejudge all black people, even though I'm supposed to protect all Americans.
The Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
The Constitution of America that said all men are created equal except for black people.
And he's in Ohio. Child, I cannot.
And I faithfully will discharge my weapon towards all black people, even when they don't have one. I worked so hard for this moment. I hope you have the day you deserve, Anthony. Doses. So this why mom.
Shout out to Eric Brian Stone. Oh, we got more. We got more. I told y'all there's a lot going on. Shout out to Amy Mack right here. Shout out to Amy Mack. Here we go.
People start a functioning black community. Like we would leave you to it. We would be, oh my.
Portsmouth, Ohio, Leandit, Michigan, Pollock, Louisiana, Salina, Tennessee, Comanche County, Texas, Paragould, Arkansas, Lexington, Oklahoma, Blackwell, Oklahoma, Monette, Missouri,
All these cities that she's mentioning are cities where black people were of their own kind, and they got destroyed.
Indiana, Elwood, Indiana, Wilmington, North Carolina, not just a racial expulsion, not just a massacre, but also the only coup d'etat recorded in U.S. history. Pana, Illinois, Carterville, Illinois, Mena, Arkansas, Pierce City, Missouri, Decatur, Indiana, Joplin, Missouri, Sour Lake, Texas, Harrison, Missouri, Cotter, Arkansas, Marshall County, Kentucky, Anna and Jonesboro, Illinois, Forsyth County, Georgia. This is the foundation of Lake Lanier. East St. Louis, Illinois, Irwin, Tennessee, Corbin, Kentucky, Ocoee, Florida, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Greenwood, aka Black Wall Street, a thriving black neighborhood, destroyed. Bombs were dropped. Hundreds of people murdered. Thousands of families left homeless. Jay, Florida, Rosewood, Florida, also destroyed because black people were doing better than white people.
Yep.
Blandford, Indiana, Manhattan Beach, California, Vienna, Illinois, Sheridan, Arkansas. This is just a list I found with a quick fucking Google, and it's not complete. And I know that because this is what I do. I research white violence in the United States. Because as a white person in the United States, I know that everything you just said is a fucking lie. You gotta pick up a book, my friend. You have to pick up a book.
But see, his mother's placenta didn't have enough nutrients for him, and because enough oxygen didn't go to his brain, because his mother didn't swallow him, we got to deal with him. Just like we got to do with Ray J, because Sonya Norwood didn't swallow Ray J. But go ahead.
Book before you record things, and I'm going to put some in the caption for you to do a little bit of homework, right? Because white Americans have never allowed black Americans to live in peace a day in their fucking lives. A day in their lives. Oh, and by the way, that list doesn't mention any of the neighborhoods flattened and destroyed by the summer of 1919. That list doesn't mention
And also gentrification as well.
a single neighborhood taken by eminent domain by the U.S. government that goddamn near exclusively hates Black American families and other very, very, very poor communities, but it is very much focused on Black American families. So pick up a book and then we'll revisit this conversation. Thanks.
Shout out to Amy Mack right there. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. This next content creator, Dark Left. Now this white woman here, Larsa Cott, she does not care about Black people at all. I mean, she says it completely out loud. Now, probably she does
White
have
Lives Matter
friends. And she probably likes Black people. And here's the thing, too. You know why there's so many interracial couples? By the way, shout out to a movie called Loving from back in the day that talked about the first interracial couple, right? You know, most thick white women are with Black men because their own white kind don't like them. Let's keep going. Here we go.
and if you have an issue or a problem with me saying that, I truly do not give one flying rat's ass. Go be a troll and argue with somebody in the comments about it. I am not the one. I am sick of the violence.
I am not the one, but child, you don't look like you could be the 2 or the 3 to activate yourself to handle the fact that Black women will make sure that face can be unseen, unheard, and not ever be found. Let's keep going.
That's happening to white people all over the damn world. I'm sick of the very blatant racism right towards white people. And again, nothing is being done about it. And then you got people up here saying whites can't experience racism. Miss me with that bullshit. As a white person, I'm also getting really damn sick and tired of being expected to feel guilty over something that I had absolutely zero to do with or zero
By the way, shout out to the Dark Left. This is this content creator right here, the Dark Left.
control over. And as somebody who is white, I need to see more of my fellow white people sticking up for themselves.
Okay, I'm gonna white-splain this to you. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. Yes, white lives matter, obviously, because they're lives. That's not some profound statement. The problem is your context, because you're not saying white lives matter because white people are being systemically ran over in America. You're saying it as a reaction to Black people saying, stop killing us, and then acting like it was a technicality or a paperwork issue.
Yep, exactly right. Exactly right. Exactly right. And this is the thing too, right? Just because you exist in the world does not mean people see you, right? I remember my mom and dad have always said to me that, Ray, we love you, but the world doesn't have to love you. And I think what is happening with this Nolan Wells case and this Carmelo Anthony case is, isn't it interesting how it's the young ones that are starting this revolution? It took Malcolm X and MLK and all of our elders back then, but now it's young people starting up this movement. Child, we really never been free. I told y'all about societal slavery. It's just moved from the conflict to the workforce. That's it. Let's keep going.
Black Lives Matter never meant only Black Lives Matter. That's how you snowflakes heard it. And you're sick of violence against white people all over the world? Okay, which violence? Because in America, the data does not say that white people are being uniquely hunted. Most violent crime against white people is committed by other white people.
Yep.
And most violent crime by Black people is committed by other Black people. You can Google that yourself, though. That's not a conspiracy. That's geography. People usually hurt people that are close to them. And when we talk about hate crimes, yes, anti-white hate crimes exist. But the largest race-based hate crime category in the FBI's database is still anti-Black. You can look that one up yourself, too. So when you skip that piece and then jump straight to the white victimhood, You're not telling the truth, you're stripping it for parts. And the guilt thing, nobody is expecting you to feel guilty. Grow up. I'm white. I don't wake up every morning riddled with guilt. What people are asking is that we simply understand history and recognize systemic issues. So stop treating comprehension as an attack on your troubled white American life. And you were not responsible for what dead people did before you were born, but you are responsible for what you defend and excuse and ignore and repeat while you're alive. So yeah, white lives matter. But if you only say it when black people ask not to be treated as disposable humans, then your argument isn't about equality. It was about your resentment hiding behind a very flimsy moral guise. And remember, I'm not the dark left. Together, we're the dark left, the defiant left. Please join us in helping to call out the bullshit and bring some sanity back to the conversation.
White.
Amen. Amen. By the way, shout out to White Boy George as well, who is always doing good in the neighborhood. This next content creator right here, y'all, I'm about to pull up. Like I said, I told you we got a lot going on. This brother name is Ariel Deschute. But Petty Crocker 88 is the original content creator of this. So I just want to give that context conjecture connected. Here we go, y'all. Roll it.
Everybody wants to scream about racism. Everybody wants to scream about racism without talking about the real daggum issue. Character. Every race has salt of the earth people.
Then Martin Luther King Jr. said we shouldn't be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. Let's keep going.
Just good, common sense, down to the earth people.
Yep.
And every race also has the embarrassments to society.
Yep.
The degenerates. Every race has men and women out here busting their asses, raising their families, building businesses, helping in their communities, just trying to make the world just a little bit better than what it was when they came into it. And every race also has people who are loud, ignorant, violent, lazy, dysfunctional, addicted to victimhood, and allergic to accountability. That's not a skin color problem. That is a failure of character problem. And I am so sick and tired of people acting like melanin automatically determines morality.
Yep.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble there, sugar tits, because trash comes in every damn color. Because I have met black people who have more honor, discipline, and integrity in their pinky finger than some white people do in their whole entire bloodline. I've also met Hispanic people who would give me the shirt off their back, while other people would be out here robbing their grandma for a damn cigarette. I've met Asians, Indians, people from other backgrounds and ethnicities who are just salt of the earth people. And in those same ethnicities and backgrounds, I've met useless pieces of shit as well. Because being garbage isn't exclusive to one skin tone. To anybody who is out here running around and being disrespectful and hateful to people for no damn reason, and you want to hide behind the free speech, you are trash. All you're doing is pouring gasoline onto the division that we already have. You are making this world more toxic. Some of y'all people weaponize racism as a shield from accountability every time somebody calls you out for your bad behavior. Bad behavior exists in every race. Violence exists in every race. Trash, it exists in every race. Your skin color does not make you honorable. Your character does.
Divide and conquer. Oldest trick in the book. Oldest trick, but still.
If you can divide people, the more time, energy, and commitment you have to kill people. Socially and physically, in every shape, form, and fashion. Let's keep going.
Very effective in 2026. This is not about race. It's about good versus evil.
Yep.
Absolutely. I love her message.
Absolutely. And like I said, every content creator can do what they want to do, but I know the supposed kings or queens that they call themselves that, who are really jesters and peasants, they ain't gonna go this deep. Because let me tell you something. I believe if you're gonna do a white people's report, you also need to report the white people that are doing good in the neighborhood. Do you know who Mackenzie Scott is? She's the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos. She's been donating to HBCUs out her ass. Some of us skin folk who really ain't kinfolk will just say anything to have a fucking platform and will wait until one day in the week to look like we're doing something. If you want to make a change, why wait until a day of the week to speak on what's going on? But God forbid if you get your ass whooped, you ain't gonna wait to talk about that shit, are you? It's interesting how we really want to give a fuck about what we want to give a fuck about when it matters. But God forbid if somebody else, we'll wait till a particular day to talk about it. Interesting. Let's keep going with this white people's report right here. Let's keep going. Child, I got time tonight. So this one right here is crowdsourced Carrie. Shout out to her. Here we go.
Why are we automatically assuming that Nolan's friends are the ones that took part in his death? Why don't we point the finger when it's a young white man? And why do we automatically point the finger when it's not a young white man? You know why we're doing that, people that look like me? It's because that's what we do. When it is someone's black son, husband, brother, we often say, well, what did he do? But
they don't ask the questions of what led up to it. But white people, they get the love, grace, and space to be able to be heard.
If it's a white boy like Austin Metcalf, we immediately know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the UFC fighting event at the White House is literally so much symbolism as to where we're at as a country. And here we are 250 years later, and we have white supremacist groups marching on the steps of the Capitol. And the most corrupt president in history posting racist tropes. And we're watching racist slurs across social media, and we're assuming the worst about that black lady on the train. And during that Newport Beach takeover, man, all those black and brown people. Yet when we see videos of young white men fighting and shooting off fireworks and all the other things, and the white Karens all over the internet showing their racism, well, then we tend to not define our entire race, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the ugliest comments I see across the internet are from white people, especially white men. Sorry, not sorry. And frankly, that should concern all of us. I'm not perfect. I am unlearning all the things that I learned growing up in a small rural town of all white people. I grew up in a time when there were no streaming documentaries. There was no history to read, no real history. And the internet wasn't even around. And now we have all of those things right at our fingertips 24 hours a day. And the most we can learn, the best source, is our black and brown friends. For me, they're the biggest source of information. I have learned so much from them, and they have been so gracious to give me the space to learn, to screw up, to figure it out, because they know I'm trying. As white people, when we continue to ignore racism, whether it's our parents, our brothers, sisters, whoever it is, we're basically, our silence says, okay, it's okay, dude. Like, I know what you mean. And it's not okay. Why are...
You know what I loved about her? Is that she at least admitted out her mouth that I'm unlearning some shit. And we all got some unlearning to do. But then again, some of y'all were supposed to be some one-night stands, and sadly, y'all have grown up to be pathetic, disgusting, and tiring wastes of life that have sucked the world dry. What? Are you offended? Are you big mad? Do you want to do something about it? You ain't gonna do shit. Not done yet. Told you. I got over 20 videos. I'm mentioning every single content creator by name so that way you can look them up. And I know what you're thinking. Ray, really? Are you really spending this much time on? Abso-fucking-damn-lutely. Because we all know in this broken, dilapidated, decrepit sector, nobody pound for pound, fist for fist, soul for soul covers black culture like I do. There's movement all the time in corporate America. You think Forbes waits one day a week to do a corporate segment? NAACP don't wait until one day a week to talk about black issues. If some of y'all were a part of the civil rights movement, we would still be in the cotton field. I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nobody. Let's continue on. This content creator is That Dad Love. Let's watch them. Here we go.
I just have a quick check-in with all the white parents. White parents, how are we talking to our children who have black friends? Because the black community is talking to their children about if they can trust their white friends. So how are we as white parents talking to our white children about how they are to show up for their black friends? I had a conversation with our white son, and we also have to have conversations with our black children about potentially not trusting people who look like their parents. That those people who look just like the parents who surround them and love them might not be the safest people for them to be with. They might not be the people who are going to have their backs. So white parents with white children, are you having those conversations about how your white children are going to show up and bring home their black friends?
Woo! Well done, my sister. Well done, well done, well done. And yes, there are some white people that we will gladly take in exchange some of y'all Negroes out of the culture. And you know what's so funny? Because Amanda Seals tried to get on my ass after I told her that the audio wasn't working. Let's go to Amanda Seals' YouTube channel right now. Let's just see what's going on with Amanda Seals. Because I bet you this much. Amanda, she's all lip service. She doesn't complete. What? Is that too much to say? Is that too much to say? Is that too much to say? Because we're in July, child. We are in July. We are in July. Okay, let's check out her YouTube channel. Okay. Now apparently she's got a new album called The Truth Translator. That's a damn lie, cause child, you couldn't even pay $10,000 to find out if you got autism or not. Radical Rhythms Experience. Back from Cuba is This World War III. Jasmine Takes an L. Jasmine takes an L, but yet she can actually be at the Essence Fest, be at NAACP, be in rooms that you can't, you won't, and you never will be. I can't hear nobody. Fuck Bernie Sanders. You know what? He wanted to make universal college happen. Spain steps up. I'm just saying the content that's going on here. To vote or not to vote. You can't even spell to vote or not to vote, but to vote or to vote. Child, Uncle Wanda, get your niece, child. Israel's everywhere. Is Iran selling out? Do you see any things on here? Al Sharpton was a part of the civil rights movement. Without Al Sharpton, she wouldn't be able to be that stupid. You see all this? You see all this? Do you see all this? She ain't talking about not a damn thing on her live streams. Not at all. Let's go to her videos. Behind the seals. Child. Sesame Street is more of a safe place than Amanda Seals, child. I just don't get it. You know who's a real black woman? Give me a moment. Give me one moment. Right here, this sister right here. I don't know if y'all know this sister right here, but this sister right here, this sister right here, the Ortani right here, amazing content creator. You see her content, right? She talks about everything. See, this is the problem with some of y'all. Some of y'all will support anybody because they look like you. But are they really about us fully because they culturally appreciate us? Or are they just doing enough content on our culture to look like they are with us? Because like I said, now all skin folk are kinfolk. Let's keep going. I told y'all I'm not done. So this story is very triggering, okay? So please just breathe, okay? Here we go.
If there's already not
Oh, by the way, shout out to 409 Trendsetter. Here we go.
enough racism in the world, now I'm hearing that if there's already not enough racism in the world, now I'm hearing that a 1-year-old little child was murdered in Mississippi because a racist white officer wanted to profile a black woman coming out of a store, not knowing that she paid for every fucking thing she had, right? That's what I'm hearing. Then when the town and the people stand the fuck up and say this ain't right, you call out the riot police. Oh, wait though, catch this. All the riot police that show up are fucking white. Mississippi, still known for being very racist. America, still known for being very racist.
You know what this tells me? If an 18-year-old black young man got beaten to death and a 1-year-old child was deleted, what does that say about us as a country? That even kids don't matter. To some of y'all, especially ones asking where's the autopsy, when everybody else, like I said, already knows that there's a second autopsy happening. Just say you washed up, you dried up, and you ain't got shit else to give to the culture. Moving on.
We are the fucking laughing pot of the world. We're supposed to be the melting pot of culture.
I cannot.
Fuck this white America shit. I'm tired of fucking just talking on this platform. Reach out to me, tag your activists down below in the comments. Tell me how we can make a fucking move. Tell me how we can actually stand up and do something against this fucking racist country. End racism 2026. Trendsetter, baby.
Amen. 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 Not done. I told y'all we got a lot to do. This right here, this live, the bulk of it is on Nolan Wells and all these people dumping the yard to let people know right is right, wrong is wrong. That used to be a thing. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Do what you say you're going to do. And just because you don't have the best to give doesn't mean that what you have does not mean something to somebody. Like I said to y'all, everything you have may mean nothing to the world, but when somebody gives you a piece of their everything, that's when it should become something to you. Let's keep going. This one is meljune.com. Let's watch.
You know what breaks my soul about what happened to Nolan Wells is that as a white mother, I've been in the rooms with other white parents as they make excuses for the shitty behavior of their children. I've sat at the table with white mothers as they placate and avoid and ignore the shitty behaviors that their sons do. I have been in the rooms with other white families as they make excuses and constantly invalidate the experiences of others. completely unwilling to see a reality that doesn't even exist for them. What breaks my soul about what happened to Nolan Wells is that we don't teach our white children how to stand up for what's right. We don't teach our children accountability, because if it's one thing that we really, really, really can't tolerate within white culture, that's accountability. And that has to change with us white mothers. You know what breaks my...
Amen. If you don't start at home, the world, how can I put it? The home we're asking for starts at home. The home we're asking for starts at home. The home we're asking for starts at home. Let's keep going. This next content creator, child, listen. She could be a Miss Lee, okay? Holly Lee could get it, okay? Now, this sister right here, y'all know I like what I like, okay? But I just want y'all to listen to this. White supremacy gives angry men a sense of purpose. And also, too, there are white women who are in white supremacy groups as well. Let's keep going.
So why do white men join groups like the Patriot Front, where they think that white European descendants are the rightful owners of America? And they want
when really it was Native Americans, and Christopher Columbus deleted Native Americans. That's why people celebrate Indigenous Day and not Thanksgiving. And they don't celebrate Columbus Day. Let's keep going.
their culture to control America, and everyone else is treated as an outsider. Here's the thing. Hate groups are very good at offering certain men 4 things they desperately want: belonging, purpose, certainty, and power.
So with those 4 things, if you don't have that, you will assimilate in anything to feel like you're something. You'll assimilate in anything to feel like you're something. You'll assimilate in anything to feel like you're something. Let's keep going.
Because these men in general probably felt in life invisible, lonely, unsuccessful, angry, or unsure of their place or purpose in the world. So then this group comes along and says, none of this is your fault. You were born into a superior group. America.
By the way, I just gotta say, she is probably married to a black man. And to that black man, congratulations, my brother. Okay, you got a sister on your hands. And listen, many of my friends have said to me, Bray, would you ever marry somebody outside your race? If Holly was available, call me, beat me if you need to reach me, Miss Holly Jolly Lee. Okay, she be Miss Santa Claus, I'll be Santa Claus. Okay, with that being said, in the same token, unless you have a white woman, Indian, Italian, whoever that stands 10 toes down like this, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Because if I wake up with somebody not of my race, we gotta have a conversation. But if I wake up with my black sister, SISTA, all we gotta do is look at each other. We don't have a conversation there, but at least we can look at each other in solidarity. And there's a couple that comes by my job every once in a while. She's white, but I think that she's either Italian or Mexican. She's got soul to her though. And this black brother, some of the nicest people. And you know, Lady Rose said that black men make black women feel uncomfortable at the Essence Festival of Culture, even though it was 4 black men that started Essence and the festival, which, like I said, maybe Lady Rose needs to go to a lesbian con next year. Okay, because she don't speak for every black woman. There was probably some black women that were very happy to see that black men were loving on black women at Essence. Or maybe her husband's got a life sentence with her and she ain't getting loved on. But if she doesn't show herself in a loving fashion, then why should her husband give a damn fuck or shit about her? But that's neither here nor there. Same thing with Mel Mitchell, who's a black comedian. Lunell's more of a comedian than her. Never heard of her. Not disrespecting her, but she told black men, if you've never been to Essence, shut up. If you've never been to Essence at all, shut up. but yet she doesn't understand if black people don't talk about essence. And guess what? That means New Orleans can decide not to invest. That means she doesn't get to go as a influencer. My God, when the truth is raid to liars who have cockroach energy. Let's keep going.
Belongs to you, and all these other people are stealing what is yours. And suddenly you think that you're not just some ordinary guy struggling in life. I mean, you are, but this group tells you otherwise. And now you think that you're just this big warrior that is saving your country. And that's the hook that they get you with. They turn loneliness into brotherhood, their shame into anger, their confusion into certainty, and all of their personal disappointments into somebody else's fault. And then it gives them a hierarchy, because insecure men love a hierarchy. And it's the easy way out. Because if being white and male automatically puts you above women, black people, immigrants, gay people, and everybody else, then you don't have to earn your importance through character, wisdom, kindness, or achievement. You receive status simply for being born. In essence, they're just big bullies. They like the idea that they can push somebody beneath them so that they feel taller and more important. But somebody with an actual healthy identity doesn't require someone else to be inferior to them. And white supremacy is not strength, it's weakness. They borrow their self-esteem from some imaginary hierarchy, and then they just dress it up as patriotism. But it's not. It's just racial entitlement wrapped in an American flag. And it is nobody else's responsibility but white people to call them out and let them know how wrong they are. So I hope to see more white people doing this. Lock in.
Shout out to Hope with Holly Slumber Party Retreats, Sisterhood Zoom calls, one-on-one coaching, downloadable tools, and free women's group. Shout out to you, Sister Holly. Could be a Holly Lee one day for sure. Now, this is sensitive content. I'm going to show this because we cover the real over here. So white supremacists are targeting me and using AI to create violent scenes with my face. Link if you have any tips. This is Kylie Brewer. Shout out to Kylie Brewer. We'll show this and we'll roll on. Okay, here we go.
And I've been getting a lot of threats from white supremacists recently. As much as I try not to let it bother me, things like this are really hard to ignore.
You see that, right? You see that, right? Tagged Kylie Brewer.
Or messages like this. Yeah. So if you guys have any tips on how to prevent this type of harassment, or also just like safety tips in general, I would really appreciate it. I do live in New York, which is obviously a fucking massive city, and none of my information is public. I literally pay to have my information taken off the internet. But still, there are people trying to find me, people letting it be known that they are looking for me. It's just something that's obviously not new to a lot of activists or people who are just against racism and against white supremacy.
10 moments of white supremacist violence in the United States.
Publicly. Throughout history, throughout the decades, there have been a lot of white people who've been assassinated for speaking out against, human rights issues. People of color as well. Anyone who's just a staunch advocate for justice and who preaches equality, obviously. I don't have to tell you that this is a common historical pattern. That being said, it does make me worried that occasionally I fear something will happen to me. So obviously
Account not found. Interesting. You white? Get over it, you pathetic. See you next Tuesday. Talks of slavery and whites while no doubt supporting Palestine. Go Google
MLK.
Adib in Gaza, then talk slavery. You're one sad ucking thing who you most despise. White people laugh behind your back and call you a traitor to your own, and white people think you're a joke who probably got black beat once upon a time. People like you with no clue why. People like you with no clue or why so many people hate each other. You're a fucking scum. Well, it takes that to know that, and I'm sure that person got rejected by some black pussy. Because I don't think people really understand. Without women, there are no men. Without women, there are no men. Without women, there are no men. And I don't know why alpha red pill men get on these podcasts like Fresh and Fit and Sneeko and all these other pieces of shit that also should have been swallowed by their mothers. Okay. But it is beyond sickening, tattered, and broken and disgusting to do this. And this show right here, I am so glad that YouTube recognizes, broadcast yourself. That's their slogan. As my mama said, money and circumstances don't change people. It just amplifies what's already in them. Let's keep going.
I don't have any thoughts of hurting myself or other people, and I'm looking for additional protection measures. So if you guys have any information on that, feel free to send me a message, feel free to comment it, or just interact to keep my content away from these people. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, bye y'all.
Shout out to Kylie Brewer, light, love, and prayers to her. Next content creator we got for y'all is Breezy Weasel. Here we go.
It's time to lock the fuck in defending our Black brothers and sisters in this country. And specifically white women, I am talking to you. The things that I have read and seen about the death of Nolan Wells are absolutely horrifying, because why are we focusing on his behavior when he's dead? Just a couple of weeks ago, we were doing the same BS type of thing with Cohen Wiley and his mom. You could also talk about Tamla Horsford, who wound up dead after a sleepover with all of her white friends. And still to this day, no one really knows what happened.
You heard that correctly. You heard that correctly. You heard that correctly.
It's not enough to say, oh my gosh, if this was my child, this is how I would act. It's not enough to say, if this was my friend. I need to start acting like it is, because these are our neighbors.
We used to have that. We used to. And it's sad because it seems like the young people are more the elders than the elders. And the crazy thing is, some of y'all are closer to the casket to die and go on the ground than the cradle start than being in the cradle to start life and to become something important. See, some of y'all dashes are fucked all the way up. And because y'all can't stand other people who they got their dashes in order, y'all hate on them because it's an internal reflection of the piece of shit bastard that you were never loved on as a child. Childhood trauma is real, but childhood victimhood is real too. And I'm not saying that children are not victims. Follow with what I'm saying. Some of y'all, because y'all were not seen, heard, and embraced in your childhood, and because people can clock your tea, you put your hate, your bigotry, your racism, your sexism, and everything in between onto other people. Because it's an internal reflection of the shit you don't call out about yourself. Oh, I got time today. And like I said, if what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond to me. Please don't. Please don't. But pound for pound, fist for fist, soul for soul, y'all can't, y'all won't, and y'all never will do what I do. Because some of y'all will be in a mental coma trying to do a fifth quarter or a half of this channel's energy for the culture, of the culture, by the culture. Let's keep going.
I guarantee you, if it were my white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed child who went missing after a day with his friends, and they say, well, we don't know where he went, and then he winds up dead, you guys think that anyone's going to be like, well, was he arguing with someone? No, absolutely not. That's not happening, you guys. So I need you to make a choice here. Are you going to let white supremacists and racists feel safe in your presence, or are you going to let Black people feel safe in your presence? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I hear someone in my life say, well, what happened? Nope. Well, his mom shouldn't have. Nope. And furthermore, it's not the job of Black people to explain to you how to react to this news. It's not their job to say, hey, here's why this is wrong. Or, hey, let me tell you about the history of what's led up to this. Figure it out, you guys. You're in one of the most privileged positions in this country, and it's not that hard. Nolan, Tamla, Cohen, those are just the names you know. So many of the names of these people that have been killed by police, disappeared, murdered, we don't even hear about them. They don't even make it into the news cycle. So I need you to do a few things. I need you to, number one, not let people get away with this bullshit in your presence. That's your job now. Notification, no, well, what if, no, stop it right now. Also, need you to make sure when things like this do happen, we're not letting them just fade with the next news cycle. You guys remember how long Gabby Petito was in the news? Every life deserves that type of spotlight. And as white people, we're holding the spotlight. If you're going to come in the comments and say anything else, go argue with the wall. White people.
I love her. Love her energy. Love her energy. Now, this is Lisa and Raph comedy. So shout out to her. Let's hear what she has to say. Here we go.
This message is for anybody who is white or white passing. If you're not white or white passing, you can stay, you can go, do whatever you want. Take the day. Greetings, melanin challenged individuals. Sit down, grab a snack, whatever you need to do. I need to tell you something. Friend, we're going to need to do more to stand up for the Black community. And I know you're like, but I'm not racist. I'm not one of those people. I understand that. But as people with lighter skin, we have privilege, and we need to acknowledge the fact that we have to actively, first of all, believe the Black community when they tell us something the first time. Okay, we don't need to be like, oh, well, actually, I think Graham Plattner's a swell guy. The Nazi tattoo didn't mean anything. Yeah. Okay, look at where we're at now. Believe Black people the first time they say something. That's first of all. Second of all, what happened with Nolan Xavier Wells is a example of how people can be like, I'm not racist, I have a Black friend. But are you actually really looking out for them with the consciousness that life is more difficult existing in a Black body, especially literally in this time and any time actually, but especially right now, which is the moment that we can do something about it. I know you're like, well, how do I do this? It's going to be uncomfortable if I have to do this. Yeah, well, okay, so be it. Let it cost you some discomfort because it's costing them their lives. So I'm going to need you to lock in or start following Black creators, making sure you're consuming Black media and supporting Black media because they are the ones that are telling you exactly what is happening. If
not every Black content creator gives a fuck about Black people. What? Not every Black content creator gives a fuck about Black people. Not every Black content creator gives a fuck about Black people. Miss Banshee Gnosis, for example. A butterfly that only lasts a year. Huh? Ladies sitting down in rows when nobody wants to be in that row with that lady. People last name Mitchell where Kel Mitchell's bigger than Mel Mitchell. Stop it. When you got the DL Whisper rolling by T.S. Madison's house, where somebody rolled by your house you would have a problem with? When you got somebody always being a loser, stalking somebody, and then talk this big talk, and then lost in court? Somebody who got a syndication deal with Oceanic Trade Winds, who said a mother and her child got a STD, but Rick Parry pulled them up out of existence to give them a deal. No disrespect, Rick. I'm just calling it for what it is. Because when she fucks up, that's going to be on Oceanic Trade Winds' heads. That's going to be on your head, too. And then you got Milagro Graham's pussy popping because she can't handle the heat of the hell that she caused for herself. You got Nicki Minaj. Shall I continue with how many Black people don't give a fuck about Black people? Stop it. Let's continue.
listened to Black women, first of all, society would be probably in the best place ever, to be honest with you. As people who are non-Black, I really, really need you to actively, every time you feel yourself about to defend or play the devil's advocate against a Black person's argument, I need you to check and be like, oh, is this my privilege? Is this coming from my privilege? Is this coming from my privilege? Because most of the time it is. Most of the time it is, okay? So I need you to start thinking critically, believe Black people the first time. I truly believe that if we're not including anti-racism in our activism, then we are not doing enough. So we literally have to be the change one day at a time, one conversation at a time, and one thought at a time. So please, you don't have to lead a rally tomorrow to make an impact. One conversation, one repost, conversation where you're just listening with empathy. That's where it starts. Thank you for listening, and let's do better together.
Amen, sister. Amen, amen, amen. Love that. Next content creator we got, cancel the state. Now, the Charlie Act, you may not know.
Lawmakers are trying to pass the Charlie Act, which would ban discussions on slavery, segregation, Jim Crow laws, and racism in public schools. The Countering Hate and Revolutionary Leftist Indoctrination in Education Act.
Countering Hate and Revolutionary Leftist Indoctrination Education Act. This is what I mean by being cognizant. And listen, yes, I'm spending this much time on it because, for one, this is our channel. Number two, y'all can go be in the drivel if you want. But number three, you better hope that if you ever get into something, that all these content creators I'm showing you, myself, Lovely T, Reese Waters, many others, that you better hope that your destination, your story, your this, that, and the third comes down our timeline. Some of y'all cosplay as helpers, in the words of Mr. Rogers, rest in peace to him. And really, y'all souls are destroyers. Some of y'all Autobots and Decepticons. Some of us are G.I. Joe and some of us are Cobra. Moving on.
Also known as the Charlie Act, would make it illegal for public schools to teach anything that Republicans consider equity ideology extremism. The Charlie Act is an extension of a similar bill that just passed after 8 Democrats voted with Republicans to ban gender discussions in public schools.
Yeah, you heard that. You heard that correct.
Schools. Republican lawmakers are trying to pass the Charlie Act, which would ban discussions on slavery, segregation, Jim Crow laws, and racism in public schools. The Countering Hate and...
Okay, so that was the end of that. Shout out to Cancel the State for saying that. When I tell you that if we don't give a damn about history, they will destroy it. Do y'all remember Lovecraft Country, the Book of Names? You know what the sad part is? Some of our own will burn the Book of Names. Some of our own will burn the Book of Names. Some of our own will burn the Book of Names. Some of our own will burn the Book of Names. Let's keep going. Next content creator. Now this is Dr. Birkins right here. This is Dr. Birkins. Shout out to her. Here we go, y'all.
What about white racism? What about white people? Oh, poor old little white people. We need to be protected. We're so oppressed. All right, so here we go. You ready for some stats? White school districts get $23 billion more in funding than black school districts.
Mm-hmm.
White people make 27% more in salary on average than black people. For the first 81 years that our country existed, there was 0% black representation in Congress. Zero. Then, during the period of Reconstruction from 1870 to 1901, we actually had 22 black members of Congress and about 1,500 black people that held local and national offices. But Jim Crow didn't like that. So during the Jim Crow era of 1901 to 1929, what happened? We went back to 0% representation. Then in 1975, we had gradually increased to the whopping number of 17 black people in government offices. And in 1981, we were still 94% white in the government. However, by 2025, that ratio had increased to 12.5% black representatives in government. And that is a record for the United States, and it actually matches the proportion of Black people in the population.
Now that is some amazing history.
So that was an amazing accomplishment for us. And guess what's happened now? The white supremacists don't like that. So what's happened? They're now removing the right for Black voices to be heard and for their votes to actually lead to their electing representatives that understand their experience of Black people.
Not to mention too gerrymandering and rezoning districting and reshaping and reshaping, reforming and removing districts. Yeah.
Because the white supremacists who are in the White House, all over the Republican Party, they didn't like that Black people had made such progress in terms of their representation in the government. Finally, I can get into the crime statistics if you like. Like, for instance, a study done in Chicago found that Black people were 4 times more likely to be stopped by the police. In LA, it's 120% more often that Black people are stopped by police. In New York City, 90% of all traffic stops involve people of color. In Cleveland, people of color have 3 times more of a chance to have their vehicle searched after they've been stopped. So yeah, tell me how disenfranchised white people are again. You're just lying. Well, you could actually do your own goddamn research. So just saying you're lying or these aren't real isn't a response. That's just what an uneducated, stupid person says. It's very easy to do research right now to find this information out your damn self. So before you even make those comments, try putting forth a modicum of effort to identify if maybe you might be wrong. What about
that part? Now, we got some destinations here that are really going to trigger y'all. But you need to know about this because this relates to Nolan Wells and the disrespect, the mega gall, and just the pure hate that's going on in the world. Look at this. Shots Rap Intel. Here we go.
Little boy, you better get your ass from off my porch beating on my door like this.
All that black, well, actually, you know what? No, you gotta call a white man to beat that white kid's ass.
The police, you need to leave.
A 9-year-old white boy in Texas threatened his black neighbor with a whip on Thursday afternoon. When Karisha Nash was at home, the neighbor's boy angrily rushed to her doorstep and whipped the door.
When I look on the doorbell camera, I can see, he actually has a whip.
Kalissa opened the door and confronted the boy, saying that the boy was planning to attack her daughter because he was dissatisfied with her.
I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever be on my goddamn door like that. Go.
Kalissa is not sure about the specific reason why the boy came to find her daughter, but she claimed that after the boy was scolded and left, he scratched her car with a whip.
That you can fill in or buff away.
After learning of the situation, the girl's father, Nash, went to confront the boy's father, Brian Thomas.
As soon as he opens the door, I see that he has a weapon behind his back and he's leaning up against the doorway.
Nash tried to explain the situation to Brian.
Little boy, you better get.
That's the piece of shit bastard right there. And that's the piece of shit son that should have been swallowed by his mother. This happened to me. Yes, there should have been a report on the damn son. Y'all know I keep it fair. Those 3 pieces of shit black boys in Miami, Florida. One young man raped her for 30 fucking minutes, put rocks in her mouth. The other young man held her down. The third young man helped the second young man hold her down. Kids need to be disrespectfully handled when it's necessary. Most kids are good damn kids. But it's the pieces of shit bastards and bastardnesses that don't give a fuck about their kids. Not every woman deserves to be a mother. Not every woman deserves to be a mother. Not every woman deserves to be a mother. And not every man deserves to be a father. Not every man deserves to be a father. Not every man deserves to be a father. And I'm going to show y'all what black people are looking like here in just a fucking minute. Because like I said, not all skin folk are kin folk. Let's keep going. This next story right here is from ABC7 LA. I want you to watch this.
Can I grab my? Yes, ma'am. Please don't rip me out. Can I sit there and you feel me? Stop. Can you stop, please?
Hey,
stop.
Now, I know what you're thinking, Bray, she's white. Okay, and you don't think that's not crazy to just pull somebody out their vehicle like that? Now, somebody would have clocked her in the head. It would have been a problem.
She's pulling my hair. Yeah.
This is video showing a then 18-year-old Maya Hamilton getting arrested by Fairfield police nearly a year ago. In it, the arresting officer is the same one seen here, making another arrest and using what the police chief described as distraction strikes to take this teen into custody at Fairfield High School.
Black teen. George Floyd, anybody?
Last Wednesday, family members have identified that teen as Maurice Williams and say he was beaten like a dog. Hamilton is now sharing her story.
The same thing that happened to that poor boy was pretty much what happened to me.
In a statement released late Friday, the Fairfield police chief said in part, the officer has been administratively reassigned in the department as we navigate this emotional and challenging time.
I'll fucking fire her ass. When you don't give consequences, hell rises.
Hamilton, whose case is pending, was distraught when we spoke with her and at one point fought off tears.
I was like, that's the same officer, like the same male cop that was there. Yeah, he didn't want no parts of it, but it's the fact of there's multiple of y'all that was involved in everything, and it's not okay. That should have never happened. She asked me for registration and insurance, which I was looking for, and I obviously was trying to grab, and then she proceeded to reach into my car, and that's when everything proceeded, and she ripped me out of the vehicle by my hair.
This is a pattern of aggression. This is a pattern of excessive force. This is a pattern that Fairfield PD is allowing to have happen in this community.
The police report describes that Hamilton had been pulled over here for speeding and failing to yield to emergency lights.
How can I sit there? No, you tell me stop.
But still, all that for an emergency.
Can you stop, please? Stop.
Barry Axios is a community advocate with Voice of the Youth.
What would you like to see happen? She needs to be fired.
Yep. She should have never been able to continue to be a police officer.
You know, there was a show on MTV called Bully Beatdown. And honestly, to tell you the truth, that show should be back on TV. If I get into Hollywood, not if, but when, I'm bringing that show back. Malago Grams will be on that show. Tasha K will be on that show. Always a Loser will be on that show. Dia Whisperer will be on that show. Because some of y'all deserve that. Disrespectfully. Let's keep going.
Sir, they call you guys peace officers to bring peace, not to sit there and cause commotion and cause more.
Oh, you know what? I just thought about some people really think that they can be stormtroopers in real life. That's Star Wars. That's a movie series, y'all.
Problems than there already was.
As of this broadcast, police have not responded to our questions about Hamilton's case.
Of course not.
Should I grab my?
So there's that one there. Now, shout out to Alabama, shout out. The story right here. On her way home, she was followed and targeted by a state trooper who refused to explain why. You can hear bystanders asking why he used such force. The trooper claims he was scared of her. Trigger warning. Let's go. You see this?
Listen to this. Why don't you step out of the car?
No, what am I stepping out of the car for?
I don't need a reason to ask you to step out.
You do have a reason. You do. What's the reason? What's the reason though? That he's scared of me, Mom.
That's not what I said.
He just said he's scared of me.
But once again, some of y'all, all y'all care about is Krishan Rock, Carissa Shields, and Remy Ma. That's all y'all care about. But God forbid this was one of your daughters, one of your sons, one of your nieces, one of your nephews, one of your uncles, one of your aunties, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your grandpa. Oh no. No. still here. You still here. Receive this mail on April Fool's. Wishing you a happy birthday. Don't forget to register your car. Get that car insured too now. Sincerely, your friends of the Wisconsin Police Patrol, State Patrol. I hope that officer gets some white people. I hope, let me flip that, reverse that line back. I hope that there's some white people that whoop that officer's ass disrespectfully. I do. And listen, I try my very best to be loving, kind, and gracious. I was with my sister yesterday. Good people. If she wasn't my sister, I would still look out for her. That's why I go so hard on this show. Just because somebody is not my own don't mean I can't care about. See, y'all gonna fuck around and find out one day. But in the meantime, between time, I'm here. Full video and comments. Jamaica Sanders right there. Jamaica Sanders right there. Adore Essence is her name. Shout out to Adore Essence. 19 years old, y'all. 19 years old. Let's keep going. This is how you actually do a report, by the way. Now, this story right here, this was in Florida. Shout out to _public defender 2. Family saves black teenager who was left to drown by his white friend as they made chimp noises. Let's keep going.
Everybody, you can swim down wherever you fucking retard.
You hear that, right?
Bro, how am I gonna get you back home? You don't think Mama Marquise is gonna be worried? Hey, your mom, my mom's name. My dad's your mom is always worried about you.
And you know what? These white pieces of shit didn't recognize. They didn't recognize that maybe their own kind would go against them. They didn't recognize that this video could be on social media. Let's keep
I think that's why. Your dad was freaking out. Am I looking at you? Bro, we just have a fucking life jacket on, Marquise.
I'll just wait.
Bro, you have a life jacket.
No, I'm black. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna say.
Bro, yes it does.
Bro, I'll just find a way.
You hear that, right?
Yeah, they think I'm about to go back, but I can't.
Bro, you have a life jacket.
I'm gonna die.
I'm standing right
Hold
now.
on. So I can just like, hold on.
Put your handle right here if you want.
Yeah, I might drown.
You won't drown.
Bro, you won't drown. Try to get over there.
You're not gonna drown. I promise you won't drown.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Hey.
What's your name?
My name is Marquise. But everybody calls me LeVar because I go to like Luenell.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was okay getting over here. And they think I'm about to swim back. I can't even swim.
Doing a good job right now.
Probably on board on this. And it's my first time here.
It's your
First time? Well, welcome.
Yeah.
That's why I do this show. And the kings and queens won't report on good news like this in their white people report. But God forbid if they get into a situation, a white person helps them out. But they omit that. Some of y'all are being a slave to the rhythm because you don't want to hear no other tracks. Let's keep going.
How'd you get over here?
They made me take that way over there, and they had 2 life jackets on.
I'm glad we ran into you. Oh, you fucking pussy.
I'm never coming back with y'all.
Yo, we told you if you're coming, we had a life jacket.
Life jacket. Saved it for a big kid. This for a little kid.
That's scary though if you're not used to walking.
Yeah.
I just swim in my pool in my backyard.
Yeah. Spring water's different.
It's a lot different.
Shout out to this
I know, it's really strong. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm never coming back with y'all.
No, what is it?
fuck its friends are fucking assholes. I would never do that. Both do that, like.
I would never do that to anybody.
Now, personally, if I'm the dad, I'm going, babe, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna make sure this black kid is okay. Child. Now listen, there's an update on this story. Shout out to Real Black Girl Politics right here. Here we go, y'all.
This video real quick of my family and I helping this young boy across the river the other day. Most of the comments are really positive, but some of them are really negative, and some girl made a video making.
So that girl is a waste of life that also should have been swallowed by her mother as well. Yeah.
Some wild claims about us. I just wanted to address a few things. First of all, when we were first paddling down the river, all we could hear was their voices. Sound traveled really easy on water, so we could only hear voices. We could not see them. We couldn't hear exactly what they were saying. As we got closer, I could kind of make out what they were saying more. I could tell it was more serious than I first thought, but I still didn't understand what was going on. As we got close enough, I noticed that the voices sounded like teenagers, and then once we could see them, that's when I noticed the entire situation unfolding. He first said that he couldn't swim and that they gave him a life jacket, but when I saw him, the life jacket was really small. Water, I'm on the water all the time. Water is so unforgiving, it can turn deadly in a split second. There was a current that day, there was wind, and he said he couldn't swim well. That was a recipe for disaster, so I knew right then and there I wasn't going to leave him to just cross on his own. So like I said before, I didn't understand what was going on. They were laughing, they were bantering back and forth, they were talking crap to each other. I didn't know what was happening, but then they also seemed like they knew each other, they were friends. So I was so confused, but I helped him across. So I just wanted to address this video real quick of my family and I helping this young...
Shout out to this woman and may all of her family and her family line be blessed by God. Amen. In Jesus' name. Yes, yes, yes. Amen. Amen. So this woman right here is Ashley Tornati. She was fired for speaking out about racism.
Today I was fired for speaking out against racism. If any of you saw my video where I was talking about firing a racist client, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, go ahead and find that video and come back. Now, the day I posted that video, it had already started going off, getting a lot of traction. The day after, I get a text from my boss. Hey, can we have lunch in a couple days? Sure. I didn't think anything of it. Was not at all prepared for this lunch to be about the video. Come to this lunch, we're talking, chit-chatting like normal. I'm thinking nothing's wrong. Then she goes, we need to talk about this video. Okay. It seems really unprofessional. It's bringing a lot of drama to the workplace. It's very aggressive. It doesn't bring a good look to the salon. And I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't know there was an issue considering this was almost a year old. And I never once mentioned the salon. I never put any client information out. I'm not understanding what the problem is right now, especially when I'm speaking out against a racist client. I was told it was the way it was done and that I made a video because I'm someone that I'm going to walk the walk, not just talk the talk.
Now, isn't that sad that this woman who tried to look out for a salon to make sure that they could stay in business, the owner gave a fuck, shit, and damn more about racism than doing the right thing?
I'm not a performative progressive. If something bad happens, I'm going to speak about it because that is what an activist does. That's what somebody that truly wants to make a difference in this world does. You speak out against things, you don't cower to it and want to appease everybody. And unfortunately, this is the price you pay when you don't want to follow suit and be a yes man. I'm not going to apologize about that. I'm not going to feel bad for how I responded because as far as I'm concerned, I was made highly uncomfortable by that client choosing to be racist to me, as though I was going to accept that kind of behavior. I am sorry that other clients have heard me telling this story in the salon and they're apparently so uncomfortable with me talking about firing a racist client that they had to go and complain. Other stylists apparently said that they are tired of me talking about it. God forbid I talk about something other than, you know, one of the stylists there talks about sucking dick all the time, and that's fine.
This is a sister right here. Listen, she could be a Miss Lee as well. See, it's interesting. So at her old salon, that person talks about sucking D. On YouTube, all people can do is talk about Carissa Shields, Remy Ma, and Krishan Rock and get notices that they don't know how to create original content. You got black women telling black men don't matter at Essence. You got people driving by houses being banned by 3 counties. You got people losing in court after talking all that talk and saying they were going to rebrand their channel just to still be the piece of shit they were born to be out of their mother's vagina. Then on top of that, got somebody like Tasha K, child, that still has a platform. But God forbid somebody said her child had STD. Oh, she would have a problem, right? Right. Then, of course, you got Malago Grams. See, some of y'all really only give a fuck of what y'all want to talk about to make a bag. But the words of Life Jennings, when those rims stop spinning, all those gold digging people aren't here, who will still be here for you? Let's keep going.
That's perfectly professional. And me and my clients, when our jaws drop when we hear that, that's fine. But I talk about racism and I'm losing my job for it. This was extremely unexpected. I never in a million years thought that this is where I was going to be at with this. I thought I was at a safe place with like-minded people, and I got very blindsided very quickly. Thing is I knew I was going to receive horrendous things from people. Not exactly the people I expected, but here we are. If you know me, you know that I hate asking for help. I do not ever ask for help until it's dire and extremely necessary. So I am going to ask my followers right now, please go to my profile. My Venmo is right there. Anything you can help with right now, I would be greatly appreciative. She made sure to fire me before she had to pay me for my vacation time also. So that's what a wonderful, sweet thing for somebody to do to a single mom, I am asking for help for the first time in my life. Anything at all would be very helpful. I have been through so many things in my life. My sister literally died because of racism, and I will not sit back and be quiet. I will not allow horrendous behavior to go on. I will not be around people that will be complicit to it. As far as I'm concerned, thank you for firing me. This is just going to take me to a better place.
Amen.
And going to take me to exactly where I belong. And I'm going to be doing exactly what I was put on this earth to do. So please continue on with me, guys. I'm here. I'm going to fight for everybody like I always do, and I always will. But I'm asking for support. Thank you, and I love you guys. Today,
She's more of a sister than Meghan McCain is. And the only reason why Meghan McCain is famous is because of her damn daddy. I got a black sister doesn't mean you give a fuck about her, Meghan. We tell Meghan McCain to shut up. We don't tell Megan Thee Stallion shut up. Even Mila Kunis, who plays Meg. Mila Kunis is more for us. Okay? All right, moving on. Now, this is Dean with Dean Witt hours. Okay, so I want y'all to watch this. Now, y'all know CBS, which is owned by Paramount Skydance, David Ellison and his daddy, Larry Ellison, who was connected to the president. Okay, all right, I want you to watch this. Here we go.
I'm sick and tired of sitting on this information. I've given CBS the benefit of the doubt for half a year now, but it looks like they just want to sweep this under the rug, and I'm not going to let that happen. 6 months ago, CBS flew me out to Washington, D.C. for an in-person debate about the Trump administration, and they paid for everything from all of my travel expenses to a really nice hotel room, a studio, and a 4-person camera crew. The debate was between me and some MAGA influencer, and it was moderated by Maurice Dubois, who is a nationally acclaimed news anchor that had been working with CBS for over 21 years. And I'm going to be honest, it didn't go well for my opponent at all. I was able to very effectively point out the failures and shortcomings of Trump, his administration, the GOP, and the way that the right kind of approaches politics in America as a whole. Which included many things that the mainstream media doesn't want you to know because it's very inconvenient for their narrative. And coincidentally, this thing filmed like right before Barry Weiss took control over CBS. And
ain't that something?
in my opinion, I think that she canned it to censor the truth. And if you don't know who Barry Weiss is, she is a pro-Trump propagandist who took control over CBS last year. And one of the very first things we know that she did is the fact that she censored a documentary going over the very inhumane conditions and the torture that occurs in Sica in El Salvador. I've reached out to my contacts at CBS multiple points over the course of the last 6 months, and I've heard nothing in return. Like, they may have even blocked my number. So now I'm asking publicly, CBS, what the fuck happened to the debate? I'm sick and tired of...
And y'all wonder why 12 states are suing Paramount Skydance about this deal with Warner Bros. Discovery. Let's keep going. We're almost done, y'all. We're almost done. Now, Lindsey Graham has passed away, right? Pam Bondi allegedly has thyroid cancer. You want to know how I feel about Lindsey Graham, Pam Bondi, and all these people in his administration? Personally, I think at the beginning, middle, end of the day, y'all used y'all privilege to cause hell to other people. Y'all should be able to take the hell that y'all about to go through. The hell you give somebody else, I promise you that hell Now they say when you dig a hole for somebody else. The temperature that you set for somebody else, you do realize you're also in that same setting with that temperature, right? Okay, let's go. Here we go. I ate maggots. Here we go.
Oh, I'm not going to have any empathy. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck that warmongering piece of shit, flip-flopping motherfucker, ass-kissing, pedo-loving motherfucker. And fuck you too, Grandpa. You mean have sympathy and empathy just like the fucking Donnie the pedo does? The one that said he was glad Robert Mueller was dead?
Yep.
Fuck you. No empathy for these fuckers. None. You know what I think? One less Republican. Yay.
It's called freedom of speech. And I think of the words of Tucker Carlson, if they could tell you what to think, how to be, and how to move, then that's dangerous for us all. Now, when Tucker Carlson is making the most sense, we really are screwed. There's another Instagram clip. Red's radical reflection. Here we go.
Over the course of the last couple weeks, there's been a lot of tragedy and heartache amongst the Black community that not a lot of people are talking about. While here in the Capital Region, I've been using my loud-ass mouth to speak out against a local business that decided to use their platform to spew anti-Muslim rhetoric. And you may think these two things, they've got nothing to do with each other. But in reality, they do. The most recent tragedy of Nolan Wells happened. And yes, while we don't know much of anything at this time, because his all-white friend group quickly went radio silence and claimed amnesia, what I do know is over the course of the last 7 days, I've watched dozens of men and women enter a business that they know has a history of Islamophobic messaging and other hateful terms towards marginalized group. The same business that tried to blame a Black man for their ignorant posts and flipped it back to, oh wait, never mind, it was us. The hateful people that I have witnessed entering that business is who we are right now as a country. These Trump flags, freedom shirts, missing teeth, yells of white power, and all the other trashy behavior I witness is who we are right now. And while Nolan sat heavy on my heart, I thought about my own son and his prominently white friend group and how, yes, I've had to warn him, always remember to be careful when you are the sole Black child. For the most part, the people that still support this place were 50 plus years old, except there was a young group of white kids that stood out to me. They had to be late teens, early 20s, and I saw them 2 days in a row. The second day, last night, they brought a Black kid with them, and I immediately thought of Nolan. I wondered, did this young man truly know what had happened? Does he understand what and who they are and how they could be potentially using him as a pawn? I've protested this business, and I've heard almost every slur imaginable come from the clientele and the employees. We were threatened with everything from grape to... The reason it's important for especially us white folks to show up and speak out when we see racial injustice happening in our areas is because these stories continue. And you may think, well, they don't like Muslims. I'm not Muslim, so, it doesn't bother me. That's probably what that young Black boy was thinking entering that business last night. We can't normalize the hate or the false narrative that puts people at risk. If we let our community marginalize or remove rights from one group, we are all at risk. It's that simple.
Thank you very much, Red's radical reflection, for that. Now, lively midlife. Let's watch her. Here we go.
I'm from Mississippi, and on the 4th of July, my son's best friend came with us to my family's get-together. And their friend is Black, and he was the only Black person. My son's friend was obviously going to be protected with us, as are all of our Black friends, because I'm very aware of how racist people can be in Mississippi. And I even told my kids before we left for my family's 4th of July thing that if anyone said anything racist, that they knew that their mama was going to speak up, say something, because I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're my own family. I'm going to call you out on your racist BS, and that we would immediately leave, because I'm not going to tolerate that ever. So my kids know that about me, but I also want to make sure that they know that we have to speak out no matter who it is. I don't care if it's family. People come out and are saying, you need to warn your kids about being the only Black person amongst a group of white people, especially in certain places around here. Very much so. I agree with it. I'm always telling my kids, if you are with your friends who aren't white and you're around any certain area and someone comes out saying racist stuff, you have to be the one that speaks up. You have to intervene. When my kids were little and they would go play basketball at another guy's house, his neighbor always hung a Confederate flag. And I would tell my boys, if y'all are set on playing basketball there at your friends, please know if that man ever comes outside of that house, you have to be the one to speak to him. Do not let your Black friends try to say anything, because you never know what that man might do to them. So as a white parent who was very aware of the racism here and everywhere, in most places, unfortunately, it is my job to make sure I educate my children, simply not on being not racist, but I want to teach them, and I do teach them, how to be anti-racist and how to use the privilege that they have as a white person around here to make sure that they're the ones speaking up and intervening to protect all their friends who aren't white, because they're going to be viewed differently than their Black friends. And so they have to do that. They have to step in. So if you're a white person and you get offended by people saying, don't let your Black children be the only Black person going somewhere with a white family, we should not be offended. We should be very aware of what they have to deal with all the time. And it doesn't matter if we're the exception to that rule. We should understand where they're coming from, and then also do our part to make sure we're educating our children on how to be better stewards of the privilege that they have, especially in these places, and to make sure that they're protecting their friends.
Amen. Amen, amen, amen. Now, shout out to this brother here, Dale. Content's amazing. And I didn't recognize who this brother was. I watched the Stephen A. Smith video. He did an excellent job on it. He has a clip that I want to show y'all as well. Somebody that you may be surprised about. Shout out to the BFA Collective. Joe Rogan says white America is copying Black culture.
I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense in terms of like people wanting to belong to a group that seems cool, and like Black people seem like overall a cool group, right? Like you have good music behind it. They have a funny way of talking. They have all these amazing pro athletes. They have a totally different kind of culture, and you identify with that culture, but you can't get in because you're a white girl. You're like, shit.
It's also something. It's also something. I think also there's a romance to when you're on the outside looking in. It's struggle.
Oh yeah.
And having been oppressed and all those things, and yet you triumph. Yet you find a way to be funny. Yet you find a way to be colorful. Yet you find a way to be artistic. I mean, rap came from the South Bronx while it was literally on fire.
Yeah, and rap is just one aspect of it, right? Yeah. I mean, think about it. Some of the very best stand-up comedians,
that's Trayvon Martin right there.
The very best musicians.
Jazz, dude.
Yeah, and you think of the percentage of the population that's Black.
12%.
The percentage that become elite. Well, I think what you're saying makes professional athletes. I mean, what is the percentage of NBA players that are Black? It's something crazy.
A lot of it's also just
what is it, you think?
I don't know, but it's pretty high. I mean, there's
69%.
Probably something.
I don't know why I said that number. Jamie,
a lot of it might be just also that there are two avenues open to you in a lot of Black communities. At least it's changing, but it was sports and music. Right?
Yeah, for sure. That probably plays a part in it, no doubt about it. But it's also there's an extraordinary number of professional athletes, like elite athletes, that just happen to be Black. And what is that though? Is it genetic? Is it the environment they're coming from? I mean, it's a fascinating thing to be explored, because for all this talk of racism, if you just want to be really honest, there's a lot of African Americans that have some pretty phenomenal genetic traits, like fit, like Carl, like think of professional athletes. Of like, who's like Jamie, who's like the biggest freak all-time athlete basketball player would it be?
Probably LeBron James.
LeBron James, probably, right? Sure. Yeah. And then you have like Michael Jordan is another freak athlete, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how many of those
Vince
white
Carter,
guys, how many
Vince
white
Carter.
guys are like that?
It's tough because people would then argue like Larry Bird, but like,
Larry
he's
Bird
not,
was a
like,
phenomenal shooter, but he
No.
wasn't the kind of freak athlete LeBron is,
Or Dr.
Jordan.
J
When
or-
Jordan would used to literally fly through the air.
There are a couple guys that can do things like that, but they don't have the overall skill package or whatever.
Well, so if you look at, there's a book called The Sports Gene that talks about this.
Yeah,
and
I read it.
if you look at Africa, it's probably the most genetically diverse part of the world, right? I mean, the Africans from the Biafra coast are totally different than the Africans from say the highlands of Kenya or
Right.
Ethiopia. The Africans from the Sudan, the Dinka and the Nua,
like who's like
tend to be almost 7'6" sometimes. Certainly 7 feet is not that uncommon.
And many people don't realize Egypt's a part of Africa.
Very much so. I mean, the Tunisia, Morocco, that's more Arabic, right? But then you've got, I mean, it's fascinating. This is what really was fascinating. Let's go to Ethiopia. Ethiopia, they grow to an average height, beautiful people. There's a lot of trade in that side of the world. Eritrea, they've been renowned for their beauty. If you just step over the border, just go right to just one south or one north, you are going into Sudan or the South Sudan. Tallest people in the world. I mean, some of them can be like a fist off at 8 feet. That's where like Manute Bol and those people came from, okay? If you go just another country, just one more country east, now you're in the Congo, and that's home to the pygmy. So you got the shortest people in the world in one country, and then just cross them tend to be all.
If you're not tapped in, you're already late. Shout out to BFA Collective there. Now, what happens when you make a check that your ass can't cash? Shout out to Roughneck TV. Let's watch. Here we go.
I hate black people. I hate black people.
Hey, you
Oh,
hate
God.
what? Hold on, you hate what?
You
You hate what?
She didn't expect. I'm sorry, he didn't expect.
No.
You
hate
what? Oh God. Hey, it's America's 250th fucking birthday.
Oh, now you
Let's
want to
turn
go
the
to
fuck up.
anniversary and shit, huh?
America 250 U.S. motherfucking A. Hey, but do you really hate black people? No, I don't really hate nobody.
Y'all, this happened 3 weeks ago, and I was trying to figure out how to bring this in, but I think that this is the best way to bring this in. Because some people are just about doing anything for attention, but other people are about doing something for a purpose. Let's watch this. Shout out to Daily Hourly. Here we go.
Well, I'll try to get through this. Well, before we go this morning, I have an announcement. Today is my last day here at KWQC TV6. I have chosen to step away from the news industry. Before I say goodbye, I just want to say I hope every one of you that's allowed me to be a part of your mornings know just how important that I have taken this job. How much it means to me that you've trusted.
It's okay, brother.
You've trusted me these past few years to bring you the news in the morning. I promise you I've given you everything I have. I've never tried to be perfect or what many think a newsman is supposed to be, but I've always done my best to be transparent, bring you the facts, and I've always been myself. I've loved being able to provide a public service to this place we all call home, the Quad Cities. When it comes to this job, all I've ever wanted to do is report on the issues that really matter. I've always believed that we as a local news... Well, when it comes to this job, all I've ever wanted to do is report on the issues that really matter. I've always believed that we as a local news station owe you, the viewers, the best that we can do, because without you, none of us would be able to do this job. I also believe that we as a local news station have to be more than trends or sanitized news because it makes people feel uncomfortable. That's
more than trends and sanitized news. More than trends and sanitized news. More than trends and sanitized news. Does that also mean doing a white people's report of what you just want to cover, but not covering the totality of what else is happening? Child. Not your subscribers being like Beth being beautifully honest, just eating from your peach to give you pleasure. Oh my. Allegedly. There's also some men that also enjoy their subscribers swallowing them up as well. I'm equal opportunity around here. Let's keep going.
That's why the facts matter, and that's why we do what we do here. We have to take people out of their bubbles and comfort zones and make them think about the world we all live in.
That we all live in. Interesting.
And this is a bittersweet goodbye. Yes, I'm looking forward to my next chapter in life, but it's not easy to say goodbye. The hardest part of this job for me is the realization that I won't be working with Jenna anymore because she isn't just the greatest co-anchor on the news desk, but she is the greatest co-anchor. And when it comes to this job, life as well. And if you don't have a Jenna in your life, I suggest you find one because she makes dreams come true in every way another human can. And to the great and talented people here at TV6, like Kevin Phelps, Mike Ortiz, Ryan, our morning producer, Kaylee and Madison, our morning directors, and people like Deanna as well, and others that, all the other wonderful people here that I've worked with here at TV6, I just want to say thank you for being great professionals and more importantly, great people. There will be no more TV tomorrows for me. So for everyone who's allowed me to be a part of their morning, I really do thank you. Good day and goodbye.
Woo! Now that is how you take care of community. Now, if you want to know how black people are looking against each other, I want to bring you to a clip from the BFA Collective, okay? Now, Lynn Whitfield. Now, Lynn Whitfield is always a loser. Now, this is Lady May, okay? Lady May. Lynn Whitfield is queen, but follow the bouncing ball here. You have always a loser, EL Whisper, Milagro-grams, Tasha K, kings and queens who are really peasants and jesters, reporting on what they want to report on, when they want to report on it, how they want to report it, and they bitch and mitch when it don't fit their narrative. The rest of us, including all those people I showed you, and me, are Oprah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You tell me, you child. You tell me, you childless whore. What do you know about mother? You don't know a thing about motherhood. Who are you to take me to task like this? Who are you? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you take your daughter to the police when Grace told you 20 years ago? Why didn't you? I tell you why.
Looks like Lay Roman.
Because you're like everybody else. You don't want to believe it's your brother.
Looks like Trick Guy and Uncle Luca getting choked up there too.
So they looked the other way, and that's exactly what you did.
You looked the other way.
You're no different than anybody else.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead 2 more times.
You tell me, you childless whore. What do you know about mother? You don't know a thing about motherhood. Who are you to take me to task like this? Who are you? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you take your daughter to the police when Grace told you 20 years ago? Why didn't you? I tell you why. Because you're like everybody else. You don't want to believe it's your brother, your father, your son could do such a thing. So they looked the other way, and that's exactly what you did. You looked the other way. You're no different than anybody else.
One more time.
You tell me, you childless whore. What do you know about mother? You don't know a thing about motherhood. Who are you to take me to task like this? Who are you?
Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you take your daughter to the police when Grace told you 20 years ago? Why didn't you? I'll tell you why. Because you're like everybody else. You don't want to believe it's your brother, your father, your son could do such a thing. So they looked the other way, and that's exactly what you did. You looked the other way. You're no different than anybody else.
Now that's Mavis from Greenleaf. Now, to conclude this white people's report, I want to give you a live look at the president, his administration, his supporters, the all skin folk who ain't kinfolk, content creators, and others. And I want you to look at me and everybody else who's trying to do good in the neighborhood and Lois. And this is how that's how black people are, but this is how America and the world is feeling right now. Here we go.
What are you doing?
Remember, this is the kings and queens who are really the peasants and justice that want to report on what they want to report on, when they want to do it, and how they want to do it to feed a narrative. And everybody in between. And this is me and other content creators and everybody else who try to do good in the neighborhood. I want you to watch this.
Doing?
Lois, to show I'm in touch with what it's like to be African American, I am going to go to the middle of the town square, get naked, and paint myself brown.
No, that's offensive. You can't pretend to be black. That's a stupid idea.
What?
It's a stupid idea. You're a stupid man. A stupid man.
Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it, Lois.
I say go for possible no supply, Lois.
Why do you always do these stupid things?
Yep.
And why do you always announce them to me before you do them?
Yep.
Are you trying to get a rise out of me? Are you happy now? Is this what you want?
Oh, no, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. I'm sorry.
Two more times.
What are you doing?
Lois, to show I'm in touch with what it's like to be African American, I am going to go to the middle of the town square, get naked, and paint myself brown.
No, that's offensive. You can't pretend to be black. That's a stupid idea.
What?
It's a stupid idea. You're a stupid man. A stupid man.
Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it, Lois.
No, I'm so sick of your crap. Why do you always do these stupid things? And why do you always announce them to me before you do them? Are you trying to get a rise out of me? Are you happy now? Is this what you want?
That's where we are as a country right now.
That's not what I want. I'm sorry.
One more time. Hey, one person, welcome in.
What are you doing?
Lois, to show I'm in touch with what it's like to be African American, I am going to go to the middle of the town square, get naked, and paint myself brown.
No, that's offensive. You can't pretend to be black. That's a stupid idea.
What?
It's a stupid idea. You're a stupid man. A stupid man.
Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it, Lois.
No, I'm so sick of your crap. Why do you always do these stupid things? And why do you always announce them to me before you do them? Are you trying to get a rise out of me? Are you happy now? Is this what you want?
Oh, no, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. I'm sorry.
Now, that has been your full white people's report. Okay? All right. Moving on, child. Now, let's talk about some black excellence, child. From Variety.com. Michael crosses $1 billion first biopic to surpass coveted box office milestone. Michael crosses $1 billion first biopic to surpass coveted box office milestone. Michael crosses $1 billion first biopic to surpass coveted box office milestone. By the way, did I mention that Peter was also the people who on their YouTube channel did a whole live of where the autopsy was, but didn't recognize Colin Kaepernick paid for the second autopsy? I meant that too. And people who get notices that they don't know how to create original content, and everybody in between, for all the other things that I may forget to mention. Moving on. Okay. This is a huge deal, y'all. Michael has surpassed $1 billion in global ticket sales, becoming the first biopic to achieve the coveted box office milestone. The crowd-pleasing film about Michael Jackson has generated $629.8 million overseas and $371.8 million domestically, bringing its global tally to $1.1 billion. Despite noisy behind-the-scenes drama and a critical pile-on, Michael has been breaking records and shattering expectations since landing on the big screen in April. The movie opened to $97 million domestically and $217 million globally, shattering the opening weekend benchmark for musical biopics set out at 2015 Straight Outta Compton, $60 million. With positive word of mouth and audiences who returned a number of times, Michael remained a global box office powerhouse throughout the height of summer movie season. Among its accolades, Michael stands as the highest grossing musical biopic, surpassing 2018's Queen sensation Bohemian Rhapsody with $911 million worldwide, as well as the biggest film based on a real person, overtaking 2023's Oppenheimer with $975 million. It's also the largest film of all time for Lionsgate, as well as the studio's first movie to ever reach $1 billion. The studio's first movie to reach $1 billion. The studio's first movie ever reached $1 billion. Prior to Michael, Lionsgate's highest grossing releases were 2013's The Hunger Games Catching Fire with $865 million, and 2012's The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2 with $850 million. They beat Twilight. Good for them. What? Y'all like Twilight? It exists. Lionsgate produced Michael and handled the rollout in North America, while Universal distributed the movie at the international box office. Audiences have embraced the film from the beginning, turning it into a unique cultural phenomenon in theaters around the world, said Lionsgate Motion Pictures Group Chair Adam Faulkson. Their passion speaks to the enduring appeal of one of the greatest recording arts of all time and underscores the continued strength and vitality of the theatrical movie-going experience. Only one other film, Universal's animated Super Mario Galaxy, Let's Go! Love that little Luna. Movie with $1.008 billion has hit the $1 billion mark in 2026 so far. Disney's Toy Story 5 has earned $879.1 million to date and should be the third of the year. Antoine Fuqua directed Michael, which chronicles the performance journey from the Jackson 5 to his status as the king of pop, or in the words of Elizabeth Taylor, the king of pop, rock, and soul, to put some respect on her name. Jafar Jackson, the singer's real-life nephew, portrays Michael Jackson in his acting debut. So he, for his first movie, is the lead of a $1 billion movie. Colton Domingo is a part of a $1 billion movie. Nia Long is a part of a $1 billion movie. Lionsgate is expected to greenlight at least one more film about Jackson's life. Janet, I know you said you wanted to pass one, but child, it made $1 billion. You would have been a part of this too. Reaching this extraordinary 1 billion milestone with Michael is a deeply humbling moment that celebrates the tireless dedication of our incredible producers, cast, crew, and partners. Fuqua said in a statement, this achievement belongs to everyone who came together with a shared vision to honor one of the greatest artists the world has ever known. I am profoundly grateful to audiences around the globe who embraced this film, showed up in theaters, and connected with this story across generations and cultures. This historic milestone is a testament to the enduring power of cinema, absolute cinema, to bring us together as a chapter in movie history. I will never forget. Congratulations, good sir, and to that whole cast. And I do believe it will be up for Best Picture and could win a whole lot during award show season. All right. So from greatness to tragedy, we gotta go to Ticket TV because all he did was post Alicia Brown's picture and says that the charges have been dropped. That's what he said. Show the picture, but didn't show where it came from. We move a little bit differently over here with integrity, accountability, and responsibility. Let's get into it. Big Ticker's estranged wife married on Maryland kidnapping warrants. Okay. All right. Here we go. Alicia Denise Brown was arrested during a Georgia traffic stop on outstanding Maryland kidnapping warrants and local child custody charges. The arrest list includes 2 recovered children, one of whom is reportedly shared with Atlanta radio host Big Tigger. Big Tigger faces separate domestic charges from May incident that led to his arrest on June 20th. Hartford County, Georgia, the estranged wife of Atlanta radio host Big Tigger was arrested Monday along Interstate 85 in Northeast Georgia during a traffic stop on kidnapping charges out of Maryland. What we know, Alicia Denise Brown of Atlanta, 37 of Atlanta, was taken into custody during a traffic stop. According to the Hart County Sheriff's Office, deputies received an alert about the car traveling north on the interstate. Deputies pulled over the car near exit 177 along with Georgia State Patrol troopers. The woman and 2 young children were taken in custody. No one was injured. TMZ reports one of the 2 younger children, one of the 2 young children is shared by Brown and Big Tigger. Backstory: Brown is wanted on outstanding kidnapping related warrants out of Maryland. At the time of her arrest, Brown was also wanted by Fulton County Sheriff's Office on felony charges of interference with child custody, but those charges have since been dismissed, according to Fulton County court officials. That's how you be a content creator, Ticket TV. Showcase where you got it from. Don't just put up a picture and think you a god. The hell? Oh, Lord. Man. He said Big Ticket would go away for 20 years, but yet has no evidence of that. And he said that the police got the full unedited video, but yet Ticket TV hasn't seen the full unedited video either, so he just wasted his time. Duh. Of course. Idiot. Moving on. The Baltimore County Police Department wanted Brown on charges stemming from the disappearance of a 10-year-old child who was reported missing in 2019. Now, there's some content creators that believe that this child didn't matter until celebrity came into it. Now, that might have been that way for you, but for the rest of us, we actually give a damn fucking shit about kids. Moving on. If it doesn't apply, let it fly, but if you let it fly, it must apply. Maryland officials say they would extradite her back to face charges. What they're saying, Ben Galiffa of Galiffa Law explained that the legal issue could have been reignited by the child's father, who was initially awarded custody during a family law dispute. Do I think it's kidnapping in the traditional sense of what people think is kidnapping? No. But does the law encompass that? If you don't have full legal rights and you take your child, that's kidnapping? And you take your child, that's kidnapping. Galiffa said, rather. Galiffa believes attorneys could use Brown's own social media posts against her in court. Now, for her to post that, I wonder what her motivations were. Why did you go and post that online? I don't think she thought what the consequences were going to be. Well, obviously, like I said, her mother's placenta didn't have enough nutrients for her to be nourished, and enough oxygen did not go to her brain. Alicia Brown's mother didn't swallow her as a one-night stand, but that's neither here nor there. Furthermore, Big Tigger's legal team could reference the custody and kidnapping charges to show deficiencies in her pending assault claims against him, according to Galiffa. Darian Morgan, widely known as Big Tigger, was booked into the Fulton County Jail on child cruelty and battery charges on June 20th. Fulton County Jail records show. According to court documents, Morgan reportedly pushed his wife into an office door during an altercation. We all saw the clip. Child, there's another brother that he got locked up for 11 years because he didn't want to have sex with her. And then there's another brother, shout out to Millie Chun TV, who covered this, that brother said that she was stinking and he rejected her and she just fell to the floor in the hotel lobby. Okay? All right, moving on. The former host of BET's Rap City faces charges of battery, aggravated battery, and third-degree cruelty to children. The arrest comes after an alleged incident back in May involving Morgan's wife, which prompted authorities to open a domestic dispute investigation. The misdemeanor child cruelty charge stems from the couple's 13-year-old son being upstairs during the dispute and hearing the physical altercation take place. Sandy Springs police officers arrested Morgan after an investigation was launched on June 9th. Brown was granted a temporary protective order stemming from the incident. The recent legal trouble has caused Big Tigger to step away from the microphone, and one of his former co-workers also filed suit against Brown. We actually read the complaint, not just dismissed it because it didn't fit our narrative. And then dick popped or pussy popped and said, "Oh, I don't want to be a part of this. It's a heavy situation. I held on the information for a while, but yet you posted some receipts about V103. Moving on. Listen. Listen. If it doesn't apply, let it fly, but if you let it fly, it must apply. What they're saying, we're thankful for the quick response and teamwork of our deputies, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, the Georgia State Patrol, and all assistant agencies. And before anybody gets on to me, there were people in people's chat saying you're not reporting everything. There's more than what you're reporting. So don't get mad at me when people have already told you that you're not clocked in on your child. I'm clocked in on mine. Their coordinated efforts resulted in the safe recovery of both children and the successful apprehension of the suspect. Sheriff Chris Carroll said the Baltimore County Police Department's fugitive team confirmed on Wednesday morning that they will coordinate with the arresting jurisdiction to facilitate Brown's extradition to Maryland. But we don't know. It remains unknown how the vehicle was initially spotted or what specific vehicle description triggered the law enforcement alert. The full details of the charges are also not currently available. The information in this story was gathered by the Hart County Sheriff's Office, who explained how the traffic stop and arrest occurred, as well as Fulton County jail records, court documents, and reporting by TMZ. Speaking of TMZ, there's a little update I want to talk about. Do you mind? Let's go to it. Big Tigger's wife remains positive despite kidnapping arrests on federal charges, I might add. Okay. Big Tigger's wife, Alicia Brown, is publicly speaking for the first time since her recent arrest related to kidnapping allegations. It sounds like she's cooperating with cops. What other fucking choice does she have? Moving on. A source close to Brown tells TMZ Alicia is collaborating with her legal team to address the recent allegations. She remains optimistic and is handling the current charges as she works with her legal team and cooperates with the authorities. Like I said, what choice does she have? The statement ends, she will not be providing any comments regarding her recent arrest. According to the Hart County Sheriff's Office in Georgia, deputies received a BOLO, be on the lookout alert for Brown's vehicle after learning she was wanted on kidnapping-related charges. Kidnapping-related warrants, issued in Maryland. We're told authorities, with assistance from the Georgia State Patrol, located the vehicle, conducted what officials described as a felony traffic stop. I didn't make that up. Felony traffic stop. Felony traffic stop. FELONYTRAFFICSTOP. Okay. Felony traffic stop and arrested Brown without incident. Investigators say 2 young children were inside the vehicle and were safely recovered. Authorities have stated that one of the children is Brown's son with Tigger. Officials say Brown is wanted in Maryland in connection with the 2019 disappearance of a 10-year-old child. She's also wanted in Georgia on a felony charge of interference with child custody. Those allegations remain pending. Oh, I don't think Ticket TV is going to cover this because it doesn't fit his narrative. He's one of the kings or queens that's really a jester and a peasant. Let's do this again. She is also wanted in Georgia on a felony charge of interference with child custody. Those allegations remain pending. She's also wanted in Georgia on a felony charge of interference with child custody. Those allegations remain pending. The arrest is the latest twist in the estranged couple's increasingly messy stretch. Shout out to Live Bites, by the way. TMZ previously reported Big Tigger was arrested last month on aggravated battery and cruelty to children charges after an alleged domestic incident involving Brown. We obtained video of an alleged incident between the couple. The court proceedings are expected to determine the next steps in the case as Brown's legal team responds to the charges. Oh, Lord, a lot going on. Listen, I just report facts around here, okay? You stick to the assignment, you stick to the prompt, you stick to being focused. The prompt, the assignment, or anything misdirected will not be about you. Now, you gotta talk about DD McGuire, okay? So, DD McGuire is on K104, right? So I think it was with Service Broadcasting, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, K104 was the station that Tom Joyner was on for 6 years in the morning, and then he took a Southwest Airlines flight, flew up to Chicago to 107.5 WGCI FM Chicago. We played the hits. Also, that station was the home of Doug Banks. Shirley Strawberry was on the Doug Banks show. And Tom Joyner did that from 2 to 6 p.m. So he flew back and forth for 6 years. I say that because K104 just got bought by Radio 1. Now, when you're doing a morning show, midday show, drive time show, evening show, late night show, usually it's more morning show, midday, drive time. Evening shows, they really don't have any guests like that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Late night child, it's just them and the callers if there's any. But usually there will be producers on the show that they will look at radio, they'll look at TV, they'll look at the blogs, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky, Clubhouse, here, there, everywhere to know what's going on in the city, right? So Lunenell, who is from Arkansas, by the way, shout out to her, she had a local show. Now, you would think one of the co-hosts of the nationally syndicated radio show would be at Lunell's show and be like, oh, you know what? Hey, y'all, you know what? I know we're talking about live, but you know who was in the building last night at the Dallas Comedy Theater, Flappers, or wherever the comedy club was? Lunell. Man, she told this one joke, and DD, she's coming on the show today, isn't that right? That's right, she is coming on the show today. That's how a radio professional will handle this. She's the first Black woman to be syndicated, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And she's in the Radio Hall of Fame. So I would expect a little more class, decorum, and distinction from DD McGuire. So I just want y'all to hear this, okay? I don't hate DD. I don't hate her co-host or anything. But this was not cool. Let's watch this. Roll it.
Please clap it up for comedian Lunenell.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Look at Lunenell over here looking good.
Yeah, you know what? So I have this thing that I do when I'm on my way to the station. I be listening, right? And so one y'all said, what's going on this weekend? And it was T.I. and all this. And nobody mentioned me, and I'm on my way here. 6 o'clock in the morning.
No.
T.I.'s not down there.
Okay.
I'm on my way here.
You know what? You're right.
You guys didn't even mention me.
Okay. Well, probably because you know why?
Probably because what?
You getting ready to take over the whole hour.
Yeah. That's what
We
you
need
said.
Lunell is my type of woman. Listen, that's what you think. I determine if you have a segment or not, because then you gotta fill it with airtime. You just gotta pay those advertisers. Yes. And you also gotta pay ASCAP BMI, by the way. Shout out to Kiara Sheard, who will be getting honored by BMI. We talked about that here on Brain Lee's Virtual Tour Live. Here we go.
We don't need no one mention.
No, but why wouldn't you have said that I'm here? I'm on my way here.
Yeah.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in my body from the West Coast.
Yo.
I'm the one who came listening in the traffic. You saying I wasn't listening before I got here?
Oh, I don't know.
Why would you guys not mention that I'm in town and on my way here?
Please clap it up for.
Now, I know that some people may feel like that was intense from a radio perspective. DD and her crew should have done better. And Lunell was actually very loving, kind, and gracious because, child, you got some people, when they on that bike, they don't give a damn or ish. So here's this here. DD in the morning is not lying. It went just like that. I got triggered because I already been in a bad mood. I had already been in a bad mood about the Nolan thing, as when we have to fight so hard for our props and respect. It was just a bad interview that day, and wasn't the time frame because I do many interviews early in the morning, even though I had worked the night before. She said she's interviewed me many times before. We'll probably cross paths again. If I do 250 interviews a year, I mess up one or two. Like I told her on my personal, in my personal call to her, charge it to my head, not my heart. It's not my character, and so we all make mistakes, as she said, moving on. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And listen, sometimes things happen, but we should not be judged by a moment. We should be judged by the totality of who we are, right? So DD McGuire could have been better. Lunell could have been better in her, energy, but always good in the neighborhood, right? So there it is there with them. All right, let's talk about Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Let's get to it. This is from Black Enterprise Magazine, blackenterprise.com. Walmart launches Atlanta Skills Trade Hub to train 4,000 workers by 2030. Let me say that 2 more times. Walmart launches Atlanta Skilled Trades Hub to train 4,000 workers by 2030. Walmart launches Atlanta Skilled Trades Hub to train 4,000 workers by 2030. The Atlanta Training Center will become the 4th location in Walmart's Associate to Technician program. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Walmart, okay? But listen, at least they are trying to do something out here. Have y'all not heard about all these DI cuts for us to get in the door? So listen, not saying we got, oh, thank you, Walmart. But if things are being taken away and people are trying to stand up, we should recognize that. Because I just showed y'all for over 2 hours of how many people are standing up for us. And they stood up more than some of our skin folk that ain't kinfolk. If that doesn't apply to you, let it fly. Now, if you know, transphobic and gay slurs and other types of slurs on somebody's channel as a mod, if you say that if Jesus died, if you ain't sin, Jesus died for nothing, and if you said to somebody that maybe they should stop messing and talking and this and third about people's disabilities, but yet you still support them, I suggest you get from around that individual or people like them. Okay, all right, moving on. Walmart is expanding its investment in workforce development with the launch of a new skilled trades training hub in Metro Atlanta. The company announced June 29th. The facility is designed to help employees move into technical careers as employers across the United States continue to grapple with a shortage of skilled workers, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports. The Atlanta Center will become the 4th location in Walmart's Associate to Technician program, joining existing sites in Texas, Florida, and Indiana. The Georgia hub will operate at Tulsa's welding school, the Cobb County campus, where associates will receive tuition-free training. Let me say that 2 more times. Tuition-free training in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, HVAC, refrigeration, electrical systems, and facility maintenance, according to the outlet. The expansion comes as demand for skilled trades workers continues to outpace supply. The United States Department of Education has projected that as many as 2.1 million skilled trade positions could go unfulfilled by 2030, creating economic challenges for employers and industries that rely on technical labor. Walmart is creating pathways into skilled trades careers like HVAC, refrigeration, and electrical systems. Donna Morris, Walmart's chief people officer, said in a statement, when we invest in helping associates build skills, earn credentials, and pursue new opportunities, we strengthen our business while creating pathways for people to build lasting careers. According to Walmart, the company aims to train 4,000 associates through the program by 2030. More than 600 employees have already completed the initiative and advanced into skilled trades positions since the program launched. Retailer also announced higher wages for maintenance technicians. General maintenance technicians can now earn, listen to this, between $26 and $51 per hour. Let me say that again. $26 to $51 an hour. $26 to $51 an hour, an increase from the previous range of $19 to $35 an hour, according to the company. Among those who have completed the program is Robin Moreno of Athens, Georgia, who began working at a Walmart fulfillment center, unloading trailers and packing customer orders before transitioning into a general maintenance technician role after completing the company's training. The Atlanta expansion also reflects Walmart's broader effort to address workforce shortages while providing employees with opportunities to earn industry-recognized credentials and advance into higher-paying technical careers. Congratulations. I send nothing but light, love, and prayers to each and every associate at those Walmart locations in Texas, Florida, Indiana, and hopefully Walmart, you'll do something in Arkansas too, okay? Since Walmart was founded in Bentonville, Arkansas. Just saying. But congratulations, though. That is a beautiful thing. Yes, indeed, it is. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is. All right, y'all. Finally, our last destination, child. It's been a tour tonight. Okay. But necessary tour, okay? The Hollywood Reporter here, Paramount reportedly considering leaving California state as state readies lawsuit over Warner Bros. Discovery merger. David Ellis's confidants are said to be urging him to relocate his corporate headquarters out of the state. Oh my God! I mean, it's. Yeah, no. Just no. Paramount is reportedly considering leaving California as the Golden State, and others are said to be preparing a lawsuit over its planned $111 billion takeover of Warner Brothers Discovery. Let me let you know the states that are suing. Okay? Just want you to listen to this, okay? Give me a moment here. So 12 states are suing: Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, and Washington. You have 12 states suing. You should have went with Netflix, Warner Bros. Discovery. But hey, David Slazoff is the smart individual, said no one ever. On Sunday, Sim4 reported that friends and advisors to Paramount chief, wait, he has friends and advisors? Oh my God. To Paramount chief David Ellison have been urging him to consider relocating his corporate headquarters out of the state. The news comes as California and other states are preparing to file a lawsuit to block the merger, according to the New York Times. People citing people familiar with the discussion, Sim4 report that Ellison is being pushed to consider relocating out of state, which will also move $30 million in planned spending out of California if Attorney General Bonita sues to block the deal. However, the news outlet know that no decision has been made regarding a move. It's worth noting that Paramount did buy space in New Jersey last year. New Jersey. Shout out to the Jerseyans out there. Yes, indeed. The studio signed a 10-year lease to occupy more than 285,000 square feet of its 1888 Studios production campus in Bayonne, which potentially makes Paramount eligible to receive a tax credit of up to 40% for movies and TV shows filmed in the state. Meanwhile, California has reportedly taken the lead on potential lawsuit about the merger, with states including New York, Washington, Connecticut saying they will join in, according to the New York Times. According to the draft of the lawsuit, it reportedly claims that the merger would hamper competition for tentpole movies, among other concerns. For its part, Paramount has argued that the deal will boost competition in Hollywood, saying it's necessary to compete against tech giants like Netflix, Amazon, and Apple. Reuters reported July 8th that a lawsuit could be filed as early as this week. Paramount is aiming to close the deal in the third quarter 2026. Child, this is going to be another TikTok situation. Now, I'm laughing at David Ellison, Larry Ellison, the president. I'm not laughing at the staff and the crew and the people that work at Paramount. They deserve to have a check. Okay? All right, moving on. We are confident that the facts and laws support this transaction, and we will continue to defend it vigorously. Paramount told the New York Times. The studio echoed that sentiment. Sim4 will continue to engage constructively. When you graped Netflix. I'm sorry, let me flip the words right back. Constructively, when you graped Warner Bros. Discovery out of Netflix's hands so y'all could expand. Said no one ever, but okay. With the remaining few regulators around the world still considering the merger, including state attorneys general, and are prepared to address any legitimate antitrust issues. Legitimate. We are confident this transaction raises no such concerns. It's demonstrated by the dozens of antitrust authorities around the world that have carefully reviewed the transaction. Or it's like, hey, you know, listen, now I don't want to have to do this to the content. But if you don't give me what I want, I'm going to kill your content. That means you won't gain any social capital and you won't get any financial capital. Understand? Shout out to the Godfather, man. Last month, news surfaced that the European Commission is expected to approve the merger ahead of an upcoming deadline to to open an in-depth probe. In addition, competition cops in China and South Africa have cleared the merger, along with antitrust enforcers in Saudi Arabia, Ukraine, Siberia, and North Macedonia. Not Macedonia, Ohio, y'all. This Macedonia is a whole, country. Regulators probing foreign investments in the Gulf sovereign wealth funds in Germany, Italy, France, Romania. Romania, Slovenia, Belgium, Czechoslovakia or Czechia, New Zealand, and I guess that was supposed to be another country there, have also approved the merger. We have been engaged with all regulatory and law enforcement bodies in a constructive and transparent manner. We'll continue to do so, a Paramount spokesperson told Power Report last month. Child, all I gotta say is it's July. We're about to be in August very soon. The fact that 12 states is fighting against this and all of Hollywood is saying no, that should let you know. Maybe Larry Ellison and David Ellison maybe just don't know how to do business in media or any business at all. And with that being said, I'm going to turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over 2 hours. Yes, we have. Ooh, got a lot going on. Y'all, it's all good in the neighborhood, y'all. Listen, people can do what they want to do. They really can. I just want us to make sure that we are also aware of other things going on. Because all the news about celebrities, those celebrities can give 2 damns, ucks, or ish if we exist. But we do need to care about us existing for each other. Amen? In Jesus' name. Yes, yes, yes. Amen. Amen. And amen. Whoo, child. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, y'all, I'm going to play our anthem and do a little bit of a commercial breaky break, and then we come back. We're going to wrap things up because I already did the Daily Motivator. Oh, man. Like I said, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, child. We'll be back right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Untold under moonlit skies. Brave, lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brave, lonely's got the soul to show ya. The scenes where the magic sits is the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brave, lonely's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. So clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced, and more, this show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power, to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be, Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. And just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story. But in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the one more please wherever you please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
Welcome to Copeland's. Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big. Or if you like, too small. Copeland's. There's always something good. Welcome to Copeland's. Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big. Or if you like, too small. Copeland's. There's always something good.
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you are found. I come from my place. Our son is your son.
Welcome to the celebration.
We all we got.
I'm through that. Don't you leave here to go for happiness. I want you to look at the show.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I love you so much. I tell you thrice. Welcome back in the Brand Lee's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here. What a tour this evening. You know, I'm so glad that I had the day off yesterday because I think I needed that day. But also, too, just because I don't say everything doesn't mean I don't see everything. And I think, if anything, what this tour taught us tonight is that people really can be light in how they step, and they can be hard in how they step too. That's the first thing I want to tell you. The second thing I want to tell you is make sure you are getting the whole story, not just parts of a story, because it's the most entertaining for consumption, or it feeds a narrative that you want part of the truth out, but not the whole truth, right? And the third thing is, if you really want to know how somebody is moving, look at how they carry themselves. Now, I know what some of y'all are going to say, Bray, you said a lot tonight. You said this, that, and third. It's called freedom of speech. One thing, no, two things for sure. You can never find anything on me that I've ever caused division, discord, or destruction. If anything, I'm the first one to be a uniter before being a divider. But see, we got a problem in our community of being a divider on purpose, to stand up for what's right and to say what needs to be said. You know, I often think about Mr. Jack Daniel right there, right? I often think about him and Uncle Nathan Nearest Green. Those two could get along. Why can't we? That was back in the 1800s, where Uncle Nathan Nearest Green could have been strange fruit. But that's because they got to know each other. They learned from each other. But most of all, they gave each other the space to be who they are. I can't hear nobody. You know how many people defended Dorothy Dandridge and Ella Fitzgerald and many other black singers and actors and everybody in between? I know the world seems crazy. I know it seems fucked up. I know our center is way off. But there's nothing else from this tour that you learned tonight. Just know, if those were the people I found to showcase to you, imagine how many more are out there right now in the world stumping that hard. And also, too, think about this. For people saying, where's the content? Where's the content? Where's the content? If I was able to find all that, why are some of your favorite content creators being light in their content? It's amazing. There's nothing to talk about. No, you choose not to talk about anything. You gotta clock that T. It's time for the best outro on YouTube, if I do say so myself. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say one point special, because you are always one of blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be. By the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we're out great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just recognizing that, hey, you having a voice is disruption to some, but it's also delivering something good for people too. Make sure the replay is not just for you watch it, not just for you. Let's do it, but if you want to experience it. Again, I love you, I value, I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love, you gotta give it, receive love, you gotta give it, receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you've overcome, where successes you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of you. So finally, y'all, let's all recognize we all only know what we know. We all got the right to change our minds, but we don't have the right to be stupid. So if you post any receipts, make sure that check that you're making, your ass can cash it. Because Milagro Grams can get it, and Tasha K can get it, and Always Being a Loser can get it, and DL Whisperer can get it. You do realize you can get it too, right? I'm just saying. It's very easy to do anything just to be seen. But the hardest thing to do is to do something that's the right thing and not be seen. The truest form of somebody's character is not when they're seen by everybody. Because when you're seen by everybody, you will do anything for attention. But when you're not being seen, that's the truest person that you are, because you have to do something for a purpose. Clock that T. Fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings that are on the way for you. Me, all of us, as a society, as people, as culture. I feel the love. And I send it right back to you. By the way, if what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond to me, child. But if you do respond to me, it must be true about your Mitch ass or your bitch ass to some damn degree, a fifth quarter or a half of it. I care about children. I care about men and women. I care about community. I care about culture. But most of all, I care about spaces, platforms, and entities trying to do good. Like one woman said tonight, it's character, not race, because there's good and bad in every race. Like I said before, all skin folk ain't kin folk, and some of y'all need to quit listening to some of y'all kin folk, because some of y'all are missing out on blessings because you keep listening to curses. Some of y'all keep missing out on blessings because you keep listening to curses. Some of y'all keep missing out on blessings because you keep listening to curses. One love, much love, all love. Good night, everybody. Love y'all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been...
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief. beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.